Hi, chat. Hello, hello. Hello, widgets. There we go. They needed to think for a little bit. But hi, welcome in. Happy Monday. Happy Minecraft Monday. How was your day? For anything. For anything, sure. For anyone who was co working. Hope you had a good co working stream earlier. Got a lot of things done. Also, I forgot to turn on my lights. There we go. Guess what? I you bought a new game. Most random thing I could guess, but want it to be weekend again. I feel you. I feel you. Ooh, your bestie's moving apartments. Yeah, always got to help out with the besties moving, right? It's important bestie duty. Let me see who got first crew. Hopeful Weirdo, Esther, Felipa, Micah, and Mary. Congratulations for snatching one of the first five. Travel back from camping, so tiring, but good to be home. Let's go. Well, welcome back home. I hope you had a lovely day. Or lovely day, a lovely time at the camping. 2 days ago marks 32 years since you were officially adopted. Let's freaking go. That is a big milestone. That is definitely a big milestone. Did you do anything special to celebrate? Um, so I hope that my days off on Thursday and Friday will be approved. I hope so too. Oh, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you. That would be really nice. Also, welcome into everyone who just joined. And Carolina, thank you so much for the 200 stream streak. And Liker with the 225 stream streak. Absolutely wilding. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you. Sort of starting over with your Forever World today because of your new PC and not feeling too well. So I need some cozy mining and crafting and wasn't vibing with the old one. That is so fair. That is so fair. I mean, a Forever World, the whole point of it is that you stick with it for a long time because you're having fun, not because you're forcing yourself to stick with it. So if you feel like you want a fresh start, that is so fair. Just take it. Just take it. Also, Gigi Sims, thank you so much for the 15 stream streak, and Chloe as well. Thank you so much for the 15 stream streak as well. I appreciate you guys. Your parents are out of town, but we're getting together and taking the family to springs near us to celebrate. For context, live in Florida, and we have a lot of natural springs. I don't think I've ever seen photos or anything of the natural springs, but I've heard people talk about it, and it sounds really lovely. Also, Acid Rose, thank you so much for your 2-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enter all your subby perks for a whole month more. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry, I have a little hook. Do you know that feeling? You have like a teeny tiny little hook on your nail, and every single time you move it across fabric, it gets stuck on it. I hate that feeling. So I just realized there was like something on my nail. I was like, I have to fix it. Yes. Oh my goodness, I would love that. I would love to see photos if you want to share them. Um, of course, make sure to, not dox yourself. I always want to give that as a little additional note just in case anyone is sharing like anything from a place they live close by to. But I would love to see. That sounds really cool. Speaking of photos, or not necessarily photos, but something that I want to show you guys, my jacket came in. I went to pick it up because I bought it through Vinted, and apparently, so this is something that I didn't know because I don't think I've ever bought anything through Vinted. I've sold stuff through Vinted, but that's a long time ago. They actually have these like pickup points. So if you order something on Vinted, it will like get dropped off. They never deliver to your house. Like it's always dropped off at a pickup point. I guess that's just to keep cost low. So I had to go pick it up after stream earlier. Look, it's here. I'm so happy with it. I'm going to show you guys. I mean, it's way too warm to wear a jacket, but I'm going to show you guys anyways. That is exactly why I wanted it, Esther, because it's such a good color. Like jackets like these, 9 out of 10 times are black or blue. So they rarely come in like this color. And it has like such a good retro look. And I love it so much. Hold on. Obviously don't mind it with the outfit, but I'm so happy because the thing is, I already have a jacket like this that's really thick and padded. Like that's like a winter coat. That's like like a varsity jacket, like a university jacket, but it's like it has like padding on the inside. It's very warm. And also not really like a jacket that you would wear against rain or wind, but very much just a jacket like to actually keep you warm when it's cold outside. This one is just like one of those really thin jackets. It weighs nothing. So you can just easily like pop it in your bag if you're going out and then just have like a jacket for the nighttime. I'm so excited to be able to. I mean, I don't want to wear it right now. It is 30 degrees outside, but I'm like excited for like let's say I go to TwitchCon. I need to take a jacket for when in the evening it gets a bit chilly. This is gonna be the one. I finally have one that I actually like, that I actually feel like it's fashionable. Ooh, homemade banana milk. What? How do you make banana milk? Is that just like a banana milkshake? Like you have milk and banana, or how does one make banana milk? Jacket is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. That's so Ro. I know, right? The jacket is so Ro. That's what I thought. Also, I made an iced coffee with coconut milk. Yep. Was van vindt het? Lag in zo'n box. Scott hasn't seen it, so. Okay, one banana blended into 450 milliliters milk. Okay, that milk. I just said milk in Dutch. Milk. For some reason, my brain just went like, did you actually extract milk from the banana? How does one do that? But it sounds like a banana milkshake. It's just a little bit too small. Just the arms are just a. If you ever wondered if like when I say that Scott has really long arms, this is what I. Like the rest of it is not even bad. The rest of it doesn't even look too small. It's the arms that just look ridiculous. Dude, do you also want coconut milk latte? 3/4 jacket. Yeah, that's, I mean, 3/4 is coming back into fashion, so. I don't want it on my chair. Oh, he's catching a fly. He's not catching a fly. You like it? On PC with MKDS and with mods. Mods. That took me a little second. Oh, yes. The Discord was just posted in chat. And it runs so smooth. Oh, I love that for you, Mike. That is the best part if you get like a new gaming PC and you're playing and you just realize everything's running smooth. That is so satisfying. He couldn't catch it after taking off the jacket because he didn't look fly anymore. I see what you did there. Also, Sage, welcome in. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. But yeah, I went to pick it up, and actually, as I expected, I went outside, and holy shit, the wall of heat that is outside right now is horrible. It's so warm today. I'm sat here like a fan straight on me, but I genuinely feel like, you know, it's like my head is like in a bowl of cotton pads. It's just like everything feels dampened because the air is so thick. The store I needed to visit had an underground parking. Oh, listen, at this point, I feel like I need to move my entire setup into our underground parking because it's cooler. It's not cold, but it's cooler. Basically freezing inside. Oh, I hate it when they put the aircon. Like when outside is 32 degrees and then inside they put the aircon at like 19. You're like, no, that's too big of a difference. Your body is not gonna understand it. Also, maybe it will come in. Like I feel like an aircon is perfectly fine to use if you're cooling it enough to make it cooler inside, but at the same time, not make it so big of a difference that your body is just gonna think that you traveled in between Minecraft biomes. I don't know, just doesn't make any sense. Also, Dyro, welcome in. It's really good to see you. Yeah, exact. I used to do this all the time in the office. I like when it was outside, it was like 30 plus degrees. I would still bring a sweater to work because at the office I would be cold. I would just be sitting at my desk with like a blanket or something, and people were like, "You're crazy. It's 30 degrees." I'm like, "Yeah, well, in here it's not." Also, hi Jane, welcome in. And Lizzie, welcome in. I hope both of you are doing well. Um, sorry. Toot's tail was like dangerously over the edge of my desk, but right where my chair, like the armrest, was touching the desk, I just could see that all of a sudden her tail would like get stuck in between the two, like just squished. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? Dude, we wouldn't want that. You already don't have any teeth. We don't need a broken tail, too. That is not the plan. That is not what we want. She's head bobbing my straw in my coffee. We know what that means, right? That means there's now cat hair in my straw. Yay, you found the Pet Pig channel. Yes, let's go. Let's go. She's like begging for attention. She's like, please, can you pet me? Even though it's so warm. Yes. Oh my God. I love to see people's pets. It's always so fun. To like, not just see a person's pet, but also to figure out like what type of pet parent they are, like what type of cat or dog or other pet they have. One of the houses you cleaned this week had the fluffiest white cat and you needed to pet it. Oh, it's so cute. Fluffy cats. Like, I would never want a fluffy cat because the upkeep of a long-haired cat is crazy. But at the same time, they are so adorable. Like, they're just so fluffy. Yes, of course. Enjoy dinner. Enjoy. Um, since it has holes in it, it still won't be too warm. And if it's too warm, that is a good point. That's a good point. Also, hi, Nymphleora. Welcome in. And also, self-made hexagon cardigan sounds so cute. I love that. Just in general, wearing self-made things or like handmade things. Because I don't think I have anything self-made, but like my sisters made me something. And I love wearing that. It makes me really happy. Hold on. Oh my God. He's so cute. Oh. Corgis are so derpy. I love them. I love them. Absolutely adorbs. Love to see it. Easier to clean because it comes together. Unlike that is true. That is true. You have a good point there. I don't know. I just feel like, or it depends. Maybe it depends on the type of fur they have. But I think when it comes to upkeep of like cats with longer hair, is like you definitely need to brush more. You need to make sure that it doesn't start like knotting together. Sometimes, especially if they get sick and stuff, you really have to help them clean. Whereas like with short-haired cats, they also like over time will eventually need help, but it usually doesn't get as disgusting as quickly simply because the hair just doesn't touch as much. I remember this with like Amber Heard cats when she just got them. Obviously, they were just from the shelter, and like some of their hair had like fully matted together. And then also they have like longer hair everywhere, so also around their bum area, and it would just continuously get disgusting because they had like a stomach bug and stuff. So she would have to like wash them and stuff like that, which is something, if you have a short-haired cat, sometimes you still have to do these things, but it's a lot less likely. Exactly. What's your snack and drink today? I don't really have a snack because I just had dinner. I'm not a big snack person, as in I like occasionally to snack on things, but I'm more like, my best friend the other day described me. It was so funny. She was like, "You're more kind of a 3 meals a day type of person." And that is so true. I also don't really eat any dessert. I sometimes do. It's not like I never treat myself to a dessert, but it's not like every single day I'm craving a dessert. So I have like my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. Not many snacks. Usually because I'm just not hungry anymore. I have like bigger meals when I eat. So I just had a big plate of pasta, which was very nice. I was very happy with it. But now I'm like full, so I don't need anything. I might eventually tonight get a little snack though. maybe like during break time, because I bought Chinese rice cookies and they're very delicious. So I might get that. And my drink, I have two. I have an iced coconut latte. Um, mm, I usually don't drink coffee around this time anymore. Not that it really affects me all that much, but I just usually don't really crave coffee in the evening. But because it's so warm and it feels like today was a really long stretch day. I don't know how else to describe it. It didn't feel like slow, it just felt like long stretched. I feel like having a coffee now is perfectly fine. um you're in a chocolate mood again. Can you guess what should arrive by the end of the week? Let me guess. You ordered chocolate? Cookies from Totoko. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them. Like these, yeah, I found them. These types of cookies is I love these so much. I remember eating these as a kid. Like I had a couple of friends who were from different Asian backgrounds, but they almost always had these cookies in their house. Like their parents would almost always have these. And I love, by the way, how this one says no cholesterol. I don't think the ones that I bought say this. But then I also had them in China when I was like 10, and then again in China when I was 20. And I don't know, they're like such a nice little snack because they aren't super filling, but they're just, I don't know, they're like nice and crunchy. Also, Arn Cookie, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Oh yes, they also have the little ones that are exactly like you're saying, like little squarish. I agree. Yeah, the same brand. Being pregnant, I feel like has only enhanced my grazing because I can't big huge. Yes, that is super fair. That I also just in general, I think most of the time it is advised to eat high cost diet. Welcome in again. Most of the time it's advised to eat like smaller meals, right? Like it depends. Your dentist will probably tell you to eat less times in a day, and then someone who's like specialized in what is it called, like your intestines, that person, like a dietitian or something, they would probably be like, no, it's better to eat smaller meals. In the end, it really just comes down to what I think works for your body. Exactly that. A gastro and enterologist. But yeah, I guess it really also depends on like if you eat big meals, what type you eat. If you eat like big meals with lots of carbs or lots of sugar, you can obviously get like bigger dips and stuff like that. Or if you eat like a lot of fast carbs versus slow carbs, like all of these things affect your hunger and like how you eat. And then obviously a pregnancy, I think is the most wacky thing that you can experience because one, your body literally physically changes, which obviously also affects like your your appetite. That's the word I was looking for. I was gonna say your eating habits. That was not the right word. Like your appetite and stuff. But next to that, you're literally building a human inside of you, which obviously also changes what your body needs at the time. And then there's hormones that just makes your body go ham in general. So yeah, I feel like if there is ever any reason to have a wacky, I mean, there's always a good reason. There's like no right pattern of eating, but like to have a wacky eating pattern, or to be very snackish, it's pregnancy. um, your dinner today was just some fruit salad with the hazelnut cream squeezer from Albertine. I'm now still very much hungry. Yes, that I can imagine that. I had this the other day. Oh, I was so disappointed. On Saturday, I hung out with Estelle during the day. And then on my way home, I was like in the area of the city station already, like the central station. And they have like a Pokeball shop there. So I was like, you know what? On my way home, I'm going to get a Pokeball because I was eating by myself. Scott was with a friend. And I wanted to like do a recording in the evening. So I was like, I'm just going to get an easy girl dinner. And I hadn't had Pokeball in such a long time. So I walked to the shop and it was just closed. But I like basically had made up my mind that I wanted to have Pokeball at like 1 in the afternoon. And then at like 6:30 or something, I realized, okay, I can't go buy Pokeball here, which meant that I either had to decide to order it, which just literally doubles the price with like fees from the Thuisbezorgd takeout company. and like delivery costs and stuff. So then I was like, okay, that doesn't seem worth it. But then I was like, what do I make? I don't know. And it was so warm. And I'd been like out and about all day. So like my energy was low. Like my battery was a bit depleted. I was like, I don't know what I want. I just want something not warm. That was like all I could think. I was like, I want something not warm. And then I went to the supermarket because I was like, okay, fine. I'll just go buy stuff to make something. And I was like, I want to make something easy, low effort, and not warm. So obviously then there's not many options left. I looked at like the like pre-prepped salads in the supermarket and I was like, yeah, nothing of this really, I don't know, fits, I guess. I'm not a fan. But then I saw one salad that had like mozzarella in it and somehow that triggered something in my brain. I was like, what if I just get a salad with like all the ingredients I love? So I ended up making a salad with like a slightly weird combination of ingredients. It had like arugula and another lettuce. And then it was tomatoes, cucumber, bell pepper, tuna, mozzarella, and chickpeas. What's the difference? Oh, there's no difference. They just stack. So you have to redeem them in order and they do give you different things. So Palm Tree changes your name cosmetically in the Discord and gives you access to our Minecraft server. Then Coconut's the next one, which also, again, changes your name and look and feel in the Discord. And it will give you access to the self-promo channel. Then if you get the Rose Roll, you, again, the name changes color and you'll have like a little icon next to your name as well, which will give you access to the Rose Room, which is a exclusive room for that role where I post like sneak peeks or additional behind the scenes content. And Gardener is the last one, which again changes the color of your name and get another icon next to it. And then you get access to the Secret Garden, which is yet another hidden channel in the Discord for only the gardeners. And yeah, obviously, as you can imagine, that's a relatively small group of people. So that's basically the idea. So different roles do like slightly unlock different things. I should probably make a command for this. There we go. Now it's in my Discord and it lives in my reminders channel, and then I can set up a command that's just !roles that explains exactly this, because I feel like over the past few weeks I've explained it quite some times, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That just means that it's a regular question, which means that I can set up a command for it. You guys are small. Yeah, the garden is big. There is still a lot of space and also a lot of undiscovered space in the garden, so you made a really weird midnight snack last night, pure out of laziness. Sometimes you just want something nice but easy, right? Like, it makes total sense. Also, Chris, oh no, I'm sending you the best vibes. I hope that I can take your mind off of things a little bit. Do we need a command for when people read Plussy wrong? Oh my god, we kind of do. Which would just be this. Wait, now I'm wondering if that worked. Because it said that Discord failed to do that. Yeah, it didn't actually work. Interesting. But every 30 seconds... Oh, that's just because I see Lily subscribed. And then it tried to do two things in a very short time frame. I was like, I'm confused. But Lily, thank you so much for the 30 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. Okay, there we go. Now it should work. Yep, it worked. Forgetting the L is quite the L. Try Plussy. Something like that. Something. Like, it's kind of like a dirty mind is a joy for everyone. But in this case, it's not the thing you were trying to do. So yeah, I probably should make 2 commands for it. That would be funny, especially because people tend to type it wrong, and then it would be funny if it actually says something back. Seekin, thank you so much for the resub as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. Hold on, I just realized I have to mark something as unread, otherwise I will still forget it. There we go. Let's just say the least of my issues today was almost having my car shut down by the city council. And that was the least of your issues. Okay, that sounds like a horrible day. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Also, thank you for the self-care check. Let me take another sip of my coffee. That's why my resub didn't work on the 14th with it. No, that is Esther. These are completely separate systems. The message you get with the Discord thing is literally the integration between Mix It Up and Discord giving uh like a false announcement. That has nothing to do with the badge. You should have gotten the subscriber badge. I don't know why it didn't work, but that's on Twitch's side. Mix the Romine thing and the Mix It Up thing and the integration with Discord is completely unrelated to Twitch. Twitch is not even in, I mean, Twitch chat is the only place that it happens. But your resub should have worked. And you got that message probably because someone just resubbed before you. And the thing that it's basically telling, it's saying like, I tried to send something to Discord, but Discord's API can only receive, so like Discord's door can only open every 30 seconds to receive information from Mix It Up. So whenever Mix It Up is trying to send something to Discord and Discord's like, sorry, door's closed, we just received information, Mix It Up will put that message in chat here to be like, hi, I tried to give it to Discord, but Discord said no. And in some cases, that message is completely, like, it is annoying, but there's nothing we can do. I can't turn the message off. But in that sense, in short, it's completely unrelated to what's happening on Twitch itself. But I thought it was that one. No. The badge is just a Twitch thing, so you should have gotten it. If you resubbed on that like specific stream, I don't understand why you didn't get it. That seems like a Twitch bug, and I will make sure to, because the badges system, I've heard other people say that there were bugs. I'm just gonna report it. Exactly, when like too many clips are made in a short period or something, it's basically just saying like, hey, I tried to do something but I couldn't. Also, hi Charlotte, it's really good to see you. On that note, by the way, the ads are running, so I'm gonna start up my world. We're gonna load up Minecraft. Hi Jess, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited to play Minecraft. I do think that today is going to be a day where I'm going to pick up my Pinterest board, because I actually have like a Pinterest board where I've saved a lot of things. Like it's a big messy Pinterest board that's literally called Stillgrove Valley, because that's what this world is called. And everything that I see that I like, I'm just saving there. But that also means there's like a bunch of little things. Maybe we should grab that right now and we should have like a little look-see for like small things I want to add to my world. Because I think that's what we're going to focus on today, is we're going to focus on bringing the world like to life. Right now it's a town square, but it doesn't really look like anyone's living here or moving around. It doesn't feel like anything is happening. So I think it would be really fun. Oh my God, I hate Pinterest on desktop. It is, I never know where to find anything. Where are your boards saved? Of course. Oh my goodness, Charlotte, good luck. That sounds horrible. Yes. Oh my goodness. Good luck with the Farlight farm. I want to eventually do that as well, and it scares the hell out of me because I think it's quite a complex farm, and it's in the Nether. So, okay, let's see. Then I have this, and then I have Stillgrove Valley. And then I'm just going to open like a couple of things. Open image in new tab. Ooh, that's actually, hold on. I just found another image that I don't think is even saved. No, it's not, but it's perfect for what I want to do. I'm just going to try to like open a couple of images so that I can like show you multiple things of things that I really like. Oh yeah, this one is also a really good one because I think this would be perfect for the docks. And then this one. Oh my goodness, I saved so many things. But I feel like this is perfect. These are all things that I think we can use so well for what we're doing today. Nursery inspo board. Yep. I feel like Pinterest inspo boards are really cool, but also sometimes they're a little overwhelming because it's like there's so many ideas. You're like, where do you start? Guess once you know how it works, it's simple, but right now still troubleshooting. Yeah. Building on the nether roof. Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's something that I still I don't think I've ever been on the nether roof. I know you can technically break through it. I've just never done it before. Okay, hold on. I am currently seeing. Oh, wait, I can actually show you something else that I want to add. We're not doing that today. That's a big build for another day, but I've talked about it multiple times and now I can finally show you guys like my thoughts. Okay, I have a bunch of photos. Let's actually walk over them. So, these are some small things that I saved kind of just as I don't know. These are like, I think something like this, for example, would look really good on the docks. Maybe something like this, like a cart, would look really good on the docks. I think something like this, like a bigger cart, would be perfect actually closer to my farms. I currently don't have that, but I think it would be really nice. But I can definitely recommend. Everything is already flat, so you don't need to terraform and you don't have to deal with mobs. Yeah, so that's actually, now that you say this, I might go through the effort of trying to break onto the nether roof for some farms that I want to do. So yeah, I really like I like this one maybe for the docks. I think stuff like this is going to be really nice. I just saved this one. I'm thinking this would actually be kind of a perfect archway to go around, you know, where if you come from the docks and you go left in my world, if you don't know, you'll see it in a little bit. There's going to be like a walkway that goes up to the sort of magical library. I think honestly, an archway like this would be a perfect separator to, because right now that hill is just kind of random. It just appears out of nowhere. And we're going to do like a pathway up, but then around it, it's just going to be sort of empty. So what if we line it with trees to go up there? And then there's actually an archway and therefore it becomes like an actual path. Like something like that I think might be really cool. I feel like something like this is like a more creative, building farms in the nether itself is fun. If you're the grindy kind of creator, don't think so. To the roof it is. Exactly. I think like something like this could be really cool to add to the town square somewhere as well. Maybe something like this, like a little smaller tree. I just feel like a lot of these little details, like I said, they really bring the world to life. Actually, maybe a well like this. You can just glitch through bedrock with an ender pearl and then build a portal. You don't necessarily need to. Okay, I'm going to have to look up how to do that because that might actually be a really good idea. But yeah, I had that. And then I had this one, which I don't think I want to add this. I think this is going to go somewhere around the farms because this is very much looking like an active well. But we have a bunch of spots around the farm where I've also been meaning to do. Or wait for the pillow update because then it's even easier. Wait, really? Have people already broken through the nether roof with the pillow update? I think I missed this. But I think this is going to go farm. This, I want to actually add another stand, or at least maybe use one of the existing stands to do something like this. I want to make a little plant stand, like a little plant shop, because I think it's really cute. Pillow update. It is currently out in snapshot. There's a couple of good videos on YouTube about it if you want to see what it does. But honestly, the pillow update is revolutionary and in a way that no one had ever expected. Also, hi Rose, and thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Sit on the pillow and jump. That is crazy. That is so fun. But of course that works. Of course. Then something like this, like a little bench. The thing is I don't have lodestones, so we're gonna have to, I know you can craft them, but I don't know if I'm on the right version of Minecraft to be able to craft them. But like something like this, like a bench somewhere, I think would be really nice. I saved this because I loved the idea of how they're using the shelves to create like really cute custom planters. And I think we might be able to do this instead of the planters that I have right now, because I went for something really simple and I think this might look a little bit better actually. The thing is they use resin over here and we currently do not have resin, and I'm not going to get resin today, but I do like the look of this, so eventually I think it would be nice to have resin. Yes, like the pillow. Yes, the pillow they can sit on. Exactly. I also love this, like a little laundry line. This is for on the beach. I think is also really cute. These are obviously beach ideas, but we can still take from them, I think. I was thinking maybe we can use this as like a similar to the portal that or like the walkway that I want to do to go to the library. I think I want to do a walkway that kind of leads to my storage room. So I think something like this, it's very simple, but I like the fact that there's like the planter boxes around it. This is definitely made with mods though, because we currently do not have orange leaves in the game. We will eventually, but we don't have it right now. This is what I want to add somewhere in front of my harbor. I want to have like a ship like this just chilling in the harbor. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, Jess. But like something like this I think would be super cool to just have chilling in the water in front of our docks. And then I also had this one. I think using this idea, like something like this for the stalls that we're making, I think would be really cool. This is something, or sorry, this, I'm not going to do this today. This is going to be a project for another day. Basically, I think we're going to take an entire stream just to build a boat. But I think it would be really cool to build this or something like this. So today I'm really going to finish or like focus on the details. So I'm just going to close that, but I just wanted to show you guys. But I think something like this could be really cool to add to our current market stalls. To kind of work in a little display because I think it's cool. Haven't played Minecraft in a decade. Things have changed. Oh yeah, there's a lot of new blocks. And also, if you add on top of that people play modded, then it just becomes like even more. Although most of the things I show you here are not modded, they just use texture packs to make things look a bit different. But yeah, I'm gonna put all of these inspo pics to the side. I'm gonna make sure that you guys can see my... Oh, it was actually working. Let's go. And then we're gonna go into the world. And then I would love to make a big city with different houses for each type of villager. Yes, that would be very cool. We're actually going to work on something somewhat similar to what you're saying right now. Oh my God. Ow. Hello? Rude much? Where did you go? Jesus Christ, that scared me. I think it's just one. Also, my minimap mod is... Are you recording? I don't post this gameplay separately, so I don't need to be recording. We got another head. Yeah, they gave me a proper jump scare. Hello? I'm just trying to log into my world. Jeez. Okay, I'm just quickly gonna sleep. Because this is not a vibe. I just wanted to quietly load into my world and show you guys, but... apparently not. Almost did save and quit to title. Let's not. But yeah, what we did last week was we added these market stalls, which I think turned out really cute. I'm very happy with it. But I can only imagine what would happen if like we punch away some of these things and we actually make like a little display out of it, or some of these planters are going to be a bit more detailed. I feel like over here would be a perfect spot for one of those wells. Imagine if here there was that like wooden archway and then there were like trees lining the walkway. Kind of the same on the side back here. Hold on. Like that mossy archway, if that was right here, and then there were like trees lining this, to kind of like make everything blend in together, because right now it feels like a very random cut between this area and this area. It's just like it goes from stone, bam, green, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And then we can also use these stones to like texture the walkway up here. That's kind of what I have in mind for now. And then all the little details, like we can add next to the market stalls, but we can also add, like here on the docks, I was thinking we can do some logs with rails over it, just like have it seem like it was just dropped off here, stuff like that. And then that ship is going to go probably like somewhere over here. Like let's say that's going to chill right here in the water. And then over here, where right now it looks hideous, but we would obviously change all of this. I want to build a village. I would probably terraform this, like look neat and everything. I want to build a village, maybe even village with a little beach, where those villagers are actually going to move over here. Sorry for the tearing. That's Foxy. And we're going to build them a proper village where like every villager has like a spot to trade. And that's actually going to be our villager trading, because right now my villager trading exists, but it's not exhaustive. It's right here. And I have some trades, but not always the best deal. And I like the idea of actually having a village where I can go to trade. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. But for today, we're definitely just going to work on detailing. So I think what I might actually do is I might go just grab a whole bunch of shulker boxes with like different blocks that I want to use to decorate. And then we're just going to step by step actually start decorating. It's going to definitely be a bits and bobs stream today. There's going to be like lots of little steps, lots of different little details. No like super big project with big progress, I think, but oops. I don't think that's, I like that. I like to do a bits and bobs. Fine, I'll open my Minecraft world. Jeez, twist my arm. I'm so sorry, Amanda. I just had to. What can I say? It was out of my control. I was also made to do it, you know? Okay, let's get my shulkers. And let's just start filling those up with a bunch of stuff that we can use to decorate. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna need different wood types. I'm just gonna literally just grab like a whole bunch of things. That I think I will probably use for this build. I will also just grab a what is it called? A crafting table, and then we're just gonna set up shop. Hold on. I definitely want to use pale oak for some details, I think. Oh, we made hanging signs already. Don't know if I'm actually gonna use those, but I'll just take it. Okay, so this box is now full. Let's put that there. I think we're definitely gonna need stone as well. Let's see. I don't have a lot of stone left, but we do actually have a bunch of stones here, so that is good, I think. Oh, I put that in the wrong thing. I used the stone bricks and the smooth stone for the detailing of the path. I actually don't think right now I need calcite or andesite or anything. Do I need... I don't think I need dirt or sand right now. I am pretty sure that I'm gonna need... Ooh. Leaves, though. So flowering azalea, normal azalea. We're gonna need flowers, I think. I want to have the pink petals, the cactus flowers, the white tulips, the pink tulips. Let's maybe take some allium as well. I think that could be cute in the color palette. Definitely want to grab a bunch of flowering azalea and normal azaleas to put in pots or something. I guess I want to take a glowberry. We could maybe use the crimson roots for something cool. I'm not entirely sure. We could use leaf litter on the docks. I think that would be a really cool detail. Same with the firefly bushes. I think those are going to come in really handy. I don't think lily pads are going to be what we need right now. I don't think glow lichen is going to be needed either, but I am definitely going to need bone meal if we want to use glowberry somewhere. Am I going to need mushroom blocks? You know what? Actually, mushroom blocks could be kind of cool if we want to build a market stand, or like a market stall. We're definitely going to need moss if we want to do that archway. Thank you so much for the 3-month resub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. Okay, that can go there. I think from the plant side, I have everything. If I want to do like different market stalls, we're just going to need a bunch of random blocks. So in that sense, I feel like maybe I should fill a shulker. Just with like some random things. Like a bamboo block. And then the bamboo planks, but also a bamboo block. Maybe I should make 2 actually, so that I can use them in 2 different market stalls. If I want to do like the displays or something like that. I can have like some crimson planks, I guess. I'm just trying to look for like all the stuff that is really colorful because I think that's going to look really cool if we work with like color pops. I guess we can go for one of these as well. Maybe one of these as well. And just turn those into planks because I do think it looks better as planks. It almost looks like it's like, I don't know, like a basket of something. Especially if we put it inside something else, I think. I think maybe we can use... I don't think I've ever... Oh, the acacia turns gray. Okay, never mind. I was hoping the acacia would stay orange. I can maybe just use the stripped orange log, honestly. I don't think anything here. Okay, let's go upstairs because upstairs we have a lot more miscellaneous blocks. I want to get rails so that we can put that across from stuff as if it's like a rope. I have mini blocks here. I guess we could take those as well to add them on the docks. And we can make more mini blocks. I actually shouldn't forget that I can just make those if I wanted to. I have 1 flower pot. That's not a lot, so I probably need clay. And then I think I need to smelt that, right? To turn it into bricks. Do I have bricks? I have. Okay, so maybe I don't need to do that right now because the thing is I want... Yeah, with this I can make the decorated pot and the flower pot because I'm gonna want to use both, I think. I know. I don't like it either, Hopeful Weirdo. I don't get why they made it gray. It frustrates me a lot because I actually think the orange color is very pretty, but the gray is not. And you know what I also don't understand? Actually, does acacia remain orange in vanilla Minecraft? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I've ever used it in vanilla. Does it also turn gray? I think we could just have like a random netherrack block for the purple. And then I have terracotta. Okay, giant vanilla is orange. Okay, see? So that's unfortunate that they changed it then. Because it's so unnecessary. We can maybe work with some glazed terracotta. We'll have to like glaze it, but I'm intrigued to see. I forgot what the glazed terracotta with Mizuno's looks like. I don't think I've ever properly tried it or seen it, but we can go glaze it and see if that works. I think actually working with some of the purple pillar, like having this as like maybe a fruit or something could also be kind of cool. Let's see. I guess maybe a honey block could be cool. Like if we make 2 of those. We could use that, I think. That's a cool color into the random palette of things. I mean, I guess if we wanted to, we could make a bone block. How do you... Oh, that is so weird. Why do you make bone blocks with bone meal? Why wouldn't you make bone blocks with bones? That feels really weird. Also, hi, Mick. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. That feels odd. What did you decide for dinner? It was pasta. A very nice pasta. I was very happy with it. Actually, maybe some bookcases could be cool as well. I do actually have 3 lodestones. Hold on. And I saw that I have 2 cauldrons as well. I might... because they're mashed bones together. Yeah, if you say it like that, it actually makes quite some sense. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I have... Hold on, maybe not the entire stack, but like a copper ore block and an iron ore block could be cool. We can make like a blacksmith. Hold on. And I can do like one of these as well. Do I have... I have nether gold. It's not the same, but I think it works. How many... Can I just make like 1 gold block? I can. Let's do that. And then we can take a copper block as well. Hi, Sakina. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Let's get a block of copper. Let's get a block of iron. Maybe we should also grab iron bars and chains. We can probably use that for building. You have a question, but you don't know. What makes you doubt if it's allowed? Because maybe if you start with that, I can help you figure out whether it's a question that you can ask here, or maybe the Discord might be a better place for it. Or whether it's like safe information. It's about The Sims. Oh yeah, of course. Why would that not be allowed? I can't promise that I can give you a cohesive answer, but I can try. Okay, so I think with that, the one thing we don't have right now is wool. And I think having some banners could be cool. I actually don't think I have a loom. Birch planks and string. Hold on. Because all the stories about it. Yeah, feel free. Let me know what you would like to know, and I'll do my best to answer you. Bestie, this is... In my storage room, the audacity. Are you still on a lead? No, you're not. Where is your lead? I'm so confused. Also, your message got blocked because you mentioned EA. That's not because we're blocking your message. I'm going to allow it. Considering that you asked, I wanted to give you the context. I heard stories that Sims will be closed from tomorrow. Lies. I can already tell you that much. But I don't know if it's true. Absolutely not. EA as a company is being sold. This is just a corporate buying another corporate. The Sims is not going to close. The Sims for now will remain unchanged because first they need to actually, you know, round off all the admin stuff around the deal. The only thing is that it is pretty certain that the deal will happen. That doesn't mean The Sims is going to change. For now, it actually means nothing, apart from the fact that the new owners of EA are going to be different than the owners right now. You as a consumer don't notice as much from that, apart from the fact that with everything you buy, you always have to ask yourself, is this money going to people that I want this money to go to? If you don't care about that, you cannot think about it. If you are a consumer that likes to be a bit conscious, you can think about it. Right now, nothing's going to change. However, there is valid reason to be concerned for the future of the game. Not because I think they're going to backtrack and remove things from the game. That would be a really dumb decision. It takes a lot of time to take code away from a game. Taking code away from a game would literally be a dumb financial decision. And if there's one thing we are for certain, is that the new owners of EA are not people that make dumb money decisions, because you don't get rich from making dumb money decisions. So what they're probably going to do, there's a couple of different scenarios that can happen from here. One, they're going to very aggressively monetize every single product that EA owns. To have this deal actually happen, there is a massive debt that needs to be paid with interest. Right now, the profit that EA makes on a yearly basis is lower than the interest alone. So if that tells you anything, it means that they need to make a lot more money and they need to make it fast, which means no matter what game you're going to be playing from EA, they're going to 100% increase monetization. That is guaranteed. We don't know for what games it's going to show up. We don't know in what form, but it's guaranteed that aggressive monetization is going to happen, which is ironic because EA is already quite known for aggressive monetization. So expect things like microtransactions, subscriptions, stuff like that. Doesn't mean that you'll no longer be able to play The Sims. It just means that The Sims might be overrun with things like microtransactions. Even worse than it already is. I think the marketplace is a step in that direction and nobody likes it. Secondly, what can happen is that they start to increase the pace at which certain games are released in efforts to try and milk the income out of it. AKA for The Sims, we already know they're not going to be making any new packs, but it can be that they might push a new generation of The Sims faster than that the people on the development teams would like to deliver it with, just because they want to try and create another cash cow, because that's what The Sims is for EA. The Sims is a cash cow. It brings in a lot of money in terms of how much work it requires to make. Next to that, something that could happen is that they start splitting up the company. This is what you see very often when there's a big company deal like this. They will basically buy the company as a package and then they'll split it up into smaller things and either sell that off to other companies or sell it off to go independent. And more often than not, the independency ends in a company going bankrupt. So, for example, what they could do is they could look at EA and they could be like, okay, so the Madden sports games we're going to keep because those are bringing in a lot of money. But The Sims is actually costing us more than it's delivering. So we are going to try to sell Maxis. And if no one wants to buy it, we're going to disband the studio altogether. In that sense, I think either if they're going to push for really heavy monetization, if they're going to push for a future release of The Sims, which might be censored in a way, it might have like less diversity and stuff into it because they don't care about it as much. Or if they're going to sell Maxes, either three of those scenarios initially isn't that great. The only outcome that we can hope for right now is that Maxes does get sold to a company that cares about it. But right now, because EA is making a lot of money out of The Sims and because they need to make a lot of money to pay off their debt, I don't think they're going to sell it. I think they're going to keep it as their cash cow, and I think they're going to try to milk as much money out of The Sims as possible, which I don't think is going to be a great vibe for the Sims community because we already know where we're currently at. So that is where we stand, but your game is not going to become unplayable from one day to the next. You can expect maybe in like half a year or a year that there's going to come a time where they're going to say you have to have an EA Play subscription to play your EA games. Why did they make this decision? Who made this decision? That's my question to you. Because you're saying, why did they make this decision? Now I'm curious who you think made that decision. Because there's a lot of misinformation about who made the decision to sell EA. There's a very simple answer, but you first need to understand who made the decision. Otherwise, the answer is not going to make any sense. This pisses me off. The previous owners to sell EA. You really want the answer? Money. Greed. Capitalism. The owners of EA currently are already not people that love games. They are people that are making a lot of money. Shareholders that get paid vast amounts of money to sell this company. Actually, one of the new owners is also one of the current owners. They're just getting more of the company. The PIF is already owning 10% of EA right now. Also, there's like a... Where is that lead stuck? Oh, here. I got it. So yeah. The short answer is greed and capitalism. They are making a lot of money from this deal, which means that... Also, sorry. You guys are not going to see this. Yeah, spit on... Come. They're going to spit on my face. It's fine. I still want to try and kill the wandering trader. Where did he go? But yeah, that is the unfortunate reality of it. The Sims team itself, for example, had nothing to do with this. Most of the devs, not most, the devs on all of these games had nothing to do with this. I'm so sorry. But I really don't need any more llamas. I feel so bad for doing that, but I just don't know where the stupid wandering trader is now, but he'll materialize during daytime again. But yeah, basically the short answer, it all comes down to money. In like 90%. Why did we get sand? Because that's why. But yeah, the people that really care about these games are not the people who made these decisions. Unfortunately, they just get caught up in these decisions. Actually, let me take this loom with me, which is just very unfortunate. But for now, you don't have to worry. I know that there's a lot of fear-mongering going on. There's a lot of people trying to make everyone stress out about their Sims game. I would say for now, there's no need to stress. If anything, keep an eye out on official channels like the Sims community. These are people that do proper research, and when they make a post, they make sure that all their sources are verified. Don't read comments, basically, because most people do not have the right information. Or they just love the sensationalism of it. There are people, thank God, that are trying to have productive conversations, but unfortunately, that is definitely the minority right now. A lot of people are just angry, which is also completely valid. I would also be angry. I mean, I am angry, but I guess in a different way, because for me, it's also part of my livelihood that got fucked over in the process, which I didn't choose. So like in that sense, I think there's a lot of reasons that people right now are just very uncomfortable with the situation. But most importantly, for most people from today to tomorrow, not much is going to change. Apart from, again, like I said, the fact that you always have to ask yourself if the people that you are giving your money are actually the people that you want to give your money to. Which is something that is like your own decision. No one can make that for you. For me, it means that I'm no longer buying anything from EA. Do I have any wheat blocks? No, but I can make them. But yeah, I don't want to feed into this and buy anything. Do I actually not have any melons? Well, that's unfortunate. I wanted to use some melons, but I guess that's not happening. Never disappoint. Thank you so much for the 115 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Do I have a crafting table in here? I actually do. Let's go. Thank you so much. Yeah, the microtransactions are going to be very annoying. There's probably going to be people like, I don't know, if you currently have the Better Build Buy mod, it already removes the shopping cart button. So in that sense, I think there's going to be plenty of options for people to get rid of some of the monetization. But like I said, I wouldn't be fully surprised. I would be disappointed, but not fully surprised if we're also going to see a reality where, like, I don't know, you're going to need an EA Play subscription to play your games, which is like one of the few reasonable concerns I think I share with other people. Is that you, like all of us, every single person who's playing The Sims, except for maybe people who pirated the game, have paid somewhere between, at least, if you bought the base game at one point, at least like $60 to, if you buy all the DLC, $2,000. And I would not put it past EA to eventually be like, we're going to lock all of your EA games behind a mandatory subscription, so you can only play them, because it's in their terms and conditions that if you have bought The Sims, you don't actually own the game. You own the right to play the game. So technically they can take that away at any point. Which obviously is very fucked. But unfortunately with gaming, it is also a little bit industry standard right now. As in, this goes for any Nintendo game you have as well. Please don't remind me how much money I've spent on the game. Yeah, it is a little bit depressing if you think about it too much, huh? I totally feel you on that one. Also, is it me or is like my frame rate in my game just like a tad buggy? Is it? It's at 60 FPS. But like locked at 60 FPS. I'm just realizing this. Why is it max for it's limited at 120, not at 60. And VSync is turned on. Oh. It is synchronized to the monitor, and I changed my monitor to 60. Because I had this weird glitch, and apparently it's a known issue with NVIDIA graphics cards, that if you have different monitors in different refresh rates, when you turn on your PC, the graphics cards start to like basically fight for which refresh rate seems to take priority, and the result is that your screens start to flicker. Which I have indeed fixed by just turning all my screens to 60. But now I'm like, yeah, there we go. Because it doesn't need to be limited to 60. It can just be perfectly fine. I don't need it to be V-synced. We don't need pixel perfect exact. Like, this is what we talked about earlier about V-sync. Do you guys remember the other day we were talking about V-sync? I guess it is very beneficial for your game to run exactly at the refresh rate of your monitor so that it's always pixel perfect correct. But for a Minecraft game, that is super unnecessary. And now it runs butter smooth. Because that's the thing. This PC can easily run. Even though there's a lot of entities and a lot of mods and a lot of shaders, it was so fine on, like on 100 FPS earlier. Pixel perfect. Exactly. The thing that we left. Okay, so, I feel like I just gotta start somewhere. You know, I need some more tools. I need my stone thingy. 5K frames per second. Okay, maybe not 5K. I guess if I play, I would be curious if I played, oh, there you are. If I played vanilla Minecraft, like no shaders, nothing. Sorry, Gus. Oh God, I got another wandering trader head. I was gonna say I really need stonecutter. Yeah, vanilla lowest settings would be wild. I think so too. Okay, we're gonna need this. Let me just take it. Let me put the wandering trader head into the head box. I am not cursed. I absolutely don't have a lot of wandering trader head. What do you mean? Also, do you guys think? Okay, I do have quite some diamonds. I don't have emeralds in here, but I have emeralds in here. Do you think I'm gonna... Yes, I'm gonna be that person. Maybe not make like multiple, but how about we get these blocks and we also use them for decoration? Actually, I think the lapis ore looks low-key really dope. Instead of the blocks of lapis, I think. Yeah, we're using that. Quite some heads. Yeah, that's the thing. If you play in the same world for a long time, you end up just killing a lot of things. Okay, Thomas, I have a question. Do you guys have the head mod on Planty server? These traders have names. It's a mod that gives my villagers names. The what mod? The head mod. That basically allows you to... That allows mobs to drop heads. Also, I'm setting up all of this here. This is not a great spot. Hold on. I have to fix this. We go on the mountain, I think. Or maybe where do... You know what? We're going to go on the side here. As vanilla tweaks data pack. Okay, perfect. Does that mean you have a lot of cat heads? Asking to be judgmental? Not even for a friend. Asking to be judgmental. Of course not. I never kill cats. So how many do you have? Quite a lot. Few of each. This is so horrible. This is so bad. I can't believe it. Actually cannot believe it. Okay, so I got my little station set up with a cat, actually. You're gonna have to move a little bit out of the way though, bestie. Come on. And I think I might actually start with decorating the stalls. What I'm gonna need is, I think, honestly, spruce trapdoors are gonna be the best option for this. So we're just gonna make a whole bunch of those to see if that's indeed what I want. And then I have a little vision. I have a little idea. So was there a reason for asking me this, or no? The reason was curiosity. I was curious. Okay, so I would need, hold on, because if we're gonna, we would be placing blocks. Let's make this a fruit and veggie stall or something like that. So then I definitely want to do pumpkin, hay bale, bamboo block. I guess the netherrack could look like some sort of fruit, the honeycomb. Ooh, and we had the purple pillar. It would be like this. And then we would have things on top of there to be like, let's go actually for things that look like food. This one doesn't really look like food though. Hold on. Because I actually think I can place it in a way that it will look more like food, like this. Still doesn't look perfectly like food, but alas. Okay, and then I want to use these to basically go like this. And then I'm debating, do I want to place these back? I actually don't think I like that. Maybe that is actually kind of cute. I wish we could have a trapdoor here on the side, but I guess that doesn't work. I guess we could go like this. I feel like that actually works really well. Obviously, like, market stall wise, this isn't ideal. If you're working here, you're going to be like, hello, yes, what would you like? Yes, please. Like, you know, realistically, this doesn't make a lot of sense. But in terms of like what it looks like, visual interest, I actually really like it. That's my experience at every food truck. That is so true. You have a very good point there. That is indeed exactly every food truck experience. Okay, so, but I do like this though. I do like the vibe that I have going here. So I think then for here, we're going to have to come up with like another block palette. I think maybe that one can be the ores one. Because I feel like that, like I have a vision for a couple of them. Oh, I love that, Esther. Oh my God, you got Polly Pocket. That is actually amazing. I love that for you. Okay, let's just move these blocks back. This can go in here. Let's do, like I said, the ores one. So we would have this. I think now we're also going to do one that technically has 4 slots. Maybe we can do one with like these ores, the ones that have like our more like entire blocks basically. And then we can do one with raw ores. I think that could be cool. Like we kind of do a mix. I think that's going to be nice. So then we would do, oh no, this is also 3. Okay. So we would have like 1, 2, 3. I think I might have a copper, a deep slate copper, or a non. Let me see if I have one more ore block. Pretty sure I will have something that we can just use. Maybe I have an unmined diamond block. That would be really nice. Where can I change my sub from monthly to yearly? I search a lot and cannot see. Ooh, good question. If you are on my stream and you click, hold on, hello? Oh God. And you click manage sub. Yeah, I can't see that on my own stream, of course. Hold on. Let me go to a streamer where I'm subscribed. So that I can see. Because if I click on my own, it doesn't show anything. I think you can sub yearly. I'm pretty sure you can sub yearly. Or actually, maybe 6 months is the longest. I thought you could sub yearly. But let me show you where at least to find. Is the 6 months the longest? Okay, maybe the. I swear to God, I really thought. If you could do yearly during September. Oh, good point. I think they got rid of that. I think so too. Because I have a vague memory that it was possible at one point. But okay, so if you want to change your sub, you basically, on someone's Twitch stream, so on my Twitch stream, you'll see this as well. There's a button that says manage sub. If you click that, you can select here monthly, monthly, 3 monthly, or 6 monthly. I know it's behind my, hold on. There you go. Now you can see it. And then if you click this, it will automatically change it to 6 months. So as you can see, I'm subscribed on tier 2 to Amber every 3 months. I actually don't know why I do 3 months. I might as well do 6 months because it's not like I'm ever going to stop subscribing to her unless she stops streaming, of course. But shout out to the Amber. I mean, honestly, yes, you guys should all follow her. She's lovely. Also plays a lot of Minecraft. Is currently part of a really cool SMP as well. And also, she's just a really cool person, and I love her a lot. So you better go follow her. Yeah, because I already used those two. Let's see. Do I have any? Yeah, I do have a normal lapis. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. But yeah, basically, that's how you can easily change it. Okay, but then I want to change the layout because I don't want the 2 lapises to be next to each other. Sorry, where? Oh, you can just watch back the VOD to see where. Because I just shared my screen, but I already clicked away Amber's channel, so I can't easily do that again, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Like, then I would have to grab everything again. But you can go back in the VOD to see it. Because I will never stop unless... Aw, stop. That is really sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. Wait, no, that's not right. Oh, the copper. That's the one that I'm missing. I have all my long-term subs on 6 months and refreshing. Oh, you actually synced all of them or managed to sync all of them up. Listen, that is ridiculously satisfying. And I love that. I love that so much. Okay, I need more trapdoors. Hold on. Gotta optimize. Yes, Amber has her 6-year stream anniversary this week. Isn't that crazy? 6 whole years. That is actually wild. Let's make a whole bunch of trapdoors. Gotta optimize. I love that though. I wish I had optimized it. My subs are all wacky and all over the place. But To be honest, I don't really mind all that much. You know what would be really cool? If back here we actually had like a little stand so that you could technically still stand behind it. Maybe I'll do that. But right now, we are adding another stall. There we go. I love the look of these blocks in Mizuno's. And I think this is actually, like, this is looking really cool. I like it. Ooh. And then we can be like, raw ores. And then we have fruits and veggies. And then we have, what would this be called? Gems and metals? Or something like that? I don't know. I don't know when I did yours, but I love being 1st of Jan, 1st of July. This worked out so well. That is also very satisfying. I agree. Okay, so we've done these 3 stalls, and I think they turned out really cool. Oh, we were gonna glaze some terracotta, I think. I think these are all things that we have now used. Let's see. We've also used this one and this one and this one and this one. Just gotta keep it a little bit organized so I don't get lost in the sauce of my own building. Yeah, so we were gonna glaze terracotta. So let's actually go do that. Because the thing is, if we place terracotta here, this is like a Mizuno's thing, and I don't necessarily like it, but that is... Wait, oh, that's concrete. That's not terracotta. Hold on, why is my concrete in my terracotta chest? Ooh, thank you for the reminder. We have a break coming in 3 minutes, so that I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we're going to continue with the building. I'm going to have to say, I'm really happy with how these stalls are turning out, and the fact that they're, like, actually feeling detailed. We can also get the wool. I just realized we can do colored wool. Yeah, okay, so the concrete, it's fine to stay in this chest, but I need white terracotta. Instead of white concrete. Because I was thinking we can do 3 glazed, like every color. We can do like glazed of every color and then normal of every color. Because the normal one, like I said, is still going to show like that pattern. So I think that might be kind of cool. Because then it almost looks like 3 different glazed ones. And then we can do like the same colors but glazed. But then I'm going to have to walk to... Okay, you know what? I was gonna say walk to, and then I was almost gonna fly to my house, and then I realized that it's not in my house. It's actually here. Yeah, I really have to move my lava farm and my smelter, because that is something that we're gonna be moving to the village, I think. Like, we're gonna have a blacksmith with like the right villagers, but that's also where I'm gonna move the lava farm to, and where I'm gonna have like a bunch of furnaces and stuff. You want to hear something sad? I left my ender chest, so I don't have anything to pick this up, and I don't have a crafting table here either. Can I make it? Do I have planks? Okay, we're gonna do a very elaborate way of... Honestly, I think I should have a crafting table here. It's a little annoying that I don't. We're just gonna make a bucket. We have enough iron anyways. And while we're here, I might as well do some trading to get more emeralds, because I continuously run out of those. Are we done trading? Yeah. Same with you. Okay, perfect. A pirate always has a plan. Oh, wait, this is Minecraft. I mean, close enough. There was a crafting table right here, Ro. How did I forget that? Well, alas, it's fine. We don't talk about that. Now I have one here too. We just have extra. Okay, the ads are here, so I'm just gonna pause my game. There's thank you, Thomas. Thank you. I'll take a quick 5-minute break and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, make sure to also stretch and hydrate. Hello, I'm back. And while I'm back, I actually have an important quest for you guys. While we wait for the glazed terracotta to smelt. One, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, you should absolutely do that because you can actually go vote on which next game you would like to see for me as an added long play to the channel. And with long play, I mean like a longer let's play, like something that's going to run for like a good while. Like a game that is going to take some time to finish. There's 4 options. Animal Crossing. We would be continuing my island. Although my island right now has all the dreamy villagers, but nothing else. Like I haven't completed the museum. I haven't bought all the things. I haven't decorated anything. It's flat. It's completely flat. That's it. I had a vision for the island and then dropped out. So we would be continuing it and actually finishing the island. Then second, Moonlight Peaks. Brand new game that literally came out. If we all vote Pocopia, you have to buy. Yes, it says it in the post. But only vote if you actually want to see me play, because otherwise you're wasting my money. I also say that in the post. If you genuinely want to see me play it, I am open to considering to buying a Switch 2 with Pokopia because I think I would enjoy it. Yay, let's go. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Like I wouldn't mind buying it, genuinely. I will eventually buy it, but more so I want to only do it right now if people actually want to see me play the game. But that would be the third option. Next to Moonlight Peaks, we have Pokemon Pokopia, and the last one would be 2 Point Museum, like a proper playthrough of the entire campaign. So yeah, feel free to vote. There's already 234 people who have voted. So now 235. So one of you just went to vote, and I appreciate it. So if you want to be really cool, feel free to help me out. Right now, Animal Crossing is winning. But Moonlight Peaks is in a close second. So who knows? Okay, that one smelted. Let's do this one. The Pokopia DLC releases. So the thing is, Dame, I would not be able to start this playthrough for like another month, probably. Maybe 3 weeks or something like that. And also, I would not be able to play the DLC straight away because I've not played it at all. So even though the DLC is technically a good time, I think personally I've always stayed away from trying to play games because of release schedules because that burns me out really bad. So it is a good idea, but I don't know if I'll use that as an incentive to get a Switch 2 and play Pokopia. Like, again, only if people on the poll make that the winning one, I'll consider it. Also, Star Powered Hero, thank you so much for the 10-month resub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. Where did I just place that torch? Hello? Can I just, like, open this? That was so weird. But yeah, I mean, it could work in my benefit. If I do end up going for Pokopia, it could work in my benefit that there is DLC coming out. At the same time, I feel like I would feel pressured to, like, play the DLC straight away. If that makes any sense. Even though I haven't played, like, any of the game itself. I don't know. This is something that I'll always struggle with. Like, I always feel perpetually behind on any game I play. Because I don't know how people do that. Like, people that really stick with, like, release schedules and stuff, like, how? How do they work? Because I truly could never. That looks cool. I like it. It amazes me, people that get to do that and that work like that, because I think I'm just like, I'm already stressed even thinking about it. I really like that with the orange, actually. I think that was a good shout. It's cute. I mean, to be fair, it would have made more sense if the farming one was over there because that's the farms, but I also don't mind it as much. I think it's cute. Okay, so we have fruits and veggies. We have gems and... You know what? No, I'm going to change it now. I said that out loud, and I was like, no, I do actually care about this. You know why I also care about it? Because then this square is going to have basically terracotta, ores, and metals. Like, that's all minables. Listen, I didn't expect that to matter so much to me, but it's a very minor change. So it shouldn't be difficult to just fix this. And now I'm like too invested in fixing it. I don't know why I was thinking that I didn't want to fix it, because we all know me. Obviously, I want to fix it. Let's do bamboo block there. Let's do this one here, that one there, that one there. And then there was the purple pillar right there. Yeah. And then this would be fresh produce, which fits with the fact that the farms are over there. I think that makes so much more sense. And this is terracotta. Hold on. Yeah. That looks ugly. Glazed terracotta. Technically, it's more than just the glazed terracotta, but at this point, you know, we're just going for it. Yeah, that looks nice. I also now organized it better, which I think was a good call. Okay. Which other things do we have? Hold on. Because I feel like we haven't done the woods one, which it looks like I only have 4 if you don't take the stripped acacia log. So maybe that's actually perfect for the smaller stall. Hold on. This purple I have actually used. Like, there's the pink stall over here, which is, like, slightly smaller than the other 2. So instead of 3 blocks, we'll have 2. But maybe that's actually kind of perfect. Because then we can just go like this. And then that's like exotic woods or something. You know what? Magical woods. You know why? Because this is our magical library. Do I wait? I have a better idea. This is okay. I might switch things up again, but we have another smaller one here. What if we put this here and over there we do books? And then that green one can be plants. Yes. And then we actually have done all the stalls. Then all the stalls have a character. And we can add like bookcases here. And we can maybe even add item frames with like books hanging on it. Because then, okay, so this is going to turn into magical books. Because the library is going to be up there. Then everything matches. Listen. Listen, that is just working out perfectly. I love it when things unexpectedly go to plan. AKA, there was no plan, but somehow it worked out. I love to see it. And then this is where we're going to add plant pots. Yeah, I like it. I'm excited for this. So this is... Hold on. Let's do woods and logs. Because then we can also, over here, we can like add logs on the side as if they were just boated into the harbor. And then it makes sense that the stall that sells them is right here. Yeah. And we kind of have the same with the iron farm. Technically, the door is over here. But like our iron is being sold over here. Iron blocks and iron ore. And that's our iron farm. I feel like that works. Okay, so let's get plants then. Hold on. Those need to move to this one. Because I've used them. So we're going to make a bunch of decorative pots. And let's get like a couple, like, let's do 4 of those as well. And then we got, let's see. We can have a crimson root, I think. An azalea. Another azalea. A flower. Another flower. Cactus flower. Pink tulip. I guess we can put the glowberries on there as well. That would be cool. Firefly bush. Okay, we're going to definitely need a couple more flower pots. I did just run out of clay thingy. These stalls are such a good idea. So cute. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very happy with how they're turning out. Hold on. I think... Would it work if I add these over here with like taller, and then we can add these over here? See, the thing is, if I add this, I can't add anything on top of it. That's not gonna work. Oh, I didn't mean to break that actually. Oopsie. Oh wait, the thing is, if I want to place things in here, I actually have to place things like that. I feel like the bigger trees would make sense in here, right? Like, can I place a firefly bush doesn't even work in the pots. Firefly bush, okay, we can't even put that in here. I don't know why I thought I could. We can have that one and that one. How do I get this one again? Hold on, because I figured maybe I should put, can I put the crimson root in here? I actually don't know. Okay, I can put it in there though, so that's good. Can I put the cactus flower in here? Do I not need this? There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, I'm stuck. And then we get the flowers that we have. So white tulip, pink tulip, allium. And then I'm missing one thing over here. And I was thinking we could add glowberries to this stand as well. Like, that would be cute. This would be plants and flowers. Done. That is actually really cute. I love this. Okay, but we definitely need something like a final thing to put in this one. And also, I want to have like actual glowberries on here. And I think it could be cute if we have like... No, that's actually kind of in the way. Maybe in the back here. I don't have shears on me. But I guess it would be beneficial to have these sheared so that they don't grow longer than I want them to. Luckily, we're next to our iron farm. So I can just... Oh, I just realized our iron farm is actually... Okay, the hopper... We're gonna have to fix that soon. Because that is overflowing a little bit. And we're gonna need an additional flower. Which I actually don't know if I took something extra. If I have something extra. Because the firefly bush doesn't work. I got cactus. I think we can put that in a plant pot as well. Which could be kind of cute. And then I haven't used the mushroom. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I'm working really hard to make it look pretty. Oh yeah, that's actually kind of fun. I like that. I like that. This is coming together nicely. Okay. I feel like we can actually use some of the storage that I have here. Hold on. Let me figure this out really quickly. Oh, I need a crafting table. I was like, oh, we can put a bunch of iron blocks like actually in that stall. I can also put my emeralds in here. Because I just realized where are the rest of my emeralds? I swear I had more, but apparently not. Did I put those somewhere else? I guess maybe. Yeah, we probably need a crafting table somewhere in this world. Oh, of course, this is the one where I didn't put barrels. I've been putting barrels underneath every stand so that we can basically use it as like almost overflow storage of things that make sense in that place. And then this is naturally the one where I haven't done that. 3 barrels, I think. Yeah. There we go. And then we can just put all of this in here. Okay, let me clean out some things. This can go in here. I'm really desperately trying not to make like too big of a mess of my chests here, and try to keep it like somewhat organized. It's not really working just yet, but I just feel like it makes it easier for me to actually build and focus on the building. Okay, so let's see. Then we would have like bookcases here and here. That actually looks kind of cool. Hold on. What do we need for an item frame again? We need leather, right? I even have invisible item frames, but just a normal item frame. Yeah, sticks and leather. I might even have item frames still. Because then we can put that on there and like we can have some books as well. Which actually I will probably have to break a bookcase because I don't think I have any books anywhere. No, I don't have any books. I have this one random enchanted book. How am I gonna... Can I break this with... That's also Silk Touch. Wait. If you break a bookcase with the wrong tool, it just breaks as a bookcase? Is that always the case? I'm so confused. Yeah. Did you saw that too, right? That's not normally supposed to happen. I'm not imagining things, right? Yeah, that's what I thought, Thomas. So I have a bookcase, and normally if you break it with an axe, it will turn into a book, unless you have Silk Touch. So I can show you the difference. Now I'm like, is this an enchanted bookcase? What am I doing wrong? I'm getting an iron axe just so that I can try this. So this is an iron axe, 0 enchantments. Break it, bam, it becomes books. If you have a bookcase and you break it with... Oh, all of them have Silk Touch. I was so confused. That's why. Both my shovel and my pickaxe also have Silk Touch. So theoretically, if I break it with my sword, then it becomes books. I also thought I found a bug, but then you said Silk Touch and I was like, hold up, I think that's on my other tools as well. I just forgot. Like, Silk Touch is super convenient, but sometimes it's not. Like, most of the times it is. I'd rather have Silk Touch available to me. Okay, let's see. I wanted to make an item frame to put up the books. Do I have item frames left? I don't think so. I mean, I have those two that are actually in use, so maybe not use those. I have enough leather, though, so that's fine. Oh, I have a fortune pickaxe as well. It's just in here. It's in my shulker. In my ender chest. But the reason I don't carry it is because most of the time I actually want to use Silk Touch. So I only use fortune when I'm actually mining stuff that needs fortune. And then I tend to pick it up with Silk Touch first, and then I mine it later. So I have a fortune fully, like, enchanted as well, with, like, unbreaking and mending and everything on it. And I can grab it at any point, but... Okay, so let's get, like, 4 item frames, maybe. Never find a bug on stream. The random clip showing the bug might become the most viewed clip channel, and it will be so bad. Listen, Thomas, do you want to know? Oh my... Speaking... Okay, guys, I have to tell you something. There's this feature on Twitch that makes auto clips, right? Like, it makes clips of your channel based on what's happening in chat, or, like, if people are laughing and stuff like that. This necessarily isn't a bad feature. I'm not mad about this. There's actually a clip that I thought was low-key kind of funny because I'm misreading something in chat. And so I was like, okay, this is actually a clip. Like, this is fine. I'm fine with this, like, representing my stream. So I featured it. This clip is 12 days old, and it is almost my most viewed clip of all time, that is, okay? So mind you, the other clip that is most viewed has 1.3K views, which is from 4 years ago. This clip is 12 days old and has 1.2K views, aka it's gonna definitely overtake the other one. You know what it is? It's the one where I say to Yule in chat, oh my god, I misread your message. It says breakfasting, not breastfeeding. That's my almost most viewed clip now. So, talking about like bad clips, I'll put it in chat if you guys want to see it. This is my almost most viewed clip. So yeah. I think a Minecraft bug honestly wouldn't be that bad. I think we would be just fine. So what you're saying is I'm famous? Actually, yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. You are famous. Also, hi. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that that's the case, yeah. Exactly. Putting it in chat so you guys can contribute to most viewed. You see what I'm doing here. Question is, do I want to add an additional item frame over here? Maybe I do. I did not know you could put item frames at the bottom of things. That was legit. Like, I was like, low-key, just for funsies, let me try. So actually, you'll exactly what you're saying. That's what I'm suspecting. I am suspecting that because it was an auto clip, which means that it also immediately has a vertical version and it has subtitles, and Twitch really wants the auto clip feature to do well. So they're trying to push it out. I personally think, because many of my auto clips have been outperforming any clip that I've had in the past few years, even if it's like a properly bad clip. Like, even if the clip is completely irrelevant, nothing really interesting happens, the subtitles are all wrong. Like, even if it's like objectively not a good clip, it will still outperform some of my actual good clips made by viewers. So I'm thinking, I'm suspecting that they're pushing the clips, but they haven't confirmed this. I have asked and they haven't confirmed this. Okay, I like this. I think that looks really cute. And kind of in follow-up of this, I feel like I want to work on the transition there because it's bothering me that now doesn't look good. And for that transition there, I was gonna work... Hello, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing, Gem? It is good to see you. How was Minecraft today? I hope you had a lovely, lovely time. For anyone from my side, please make sure to go drop your bum on the follow button. And for anyone who's new, welcome in. My name is rosannatxt. I use she, her pronouns. And on the channel, we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. And today we are working on my forever world in Minecraft, which is a project that I have spent nearly 600 in-game days on, and we are working on decorating this town square area and the docks over here. And we've been working on this for quite a while, so today we are working on a lot of bits and bobs and details. So something that we just did is we just actually gave every market stall something to sell, and we like gathered all the blocks and we decorated everything and made sure that there's a little sign saying what it is. And I was just about to start something over here, because from here on out, there's going to be a path that leads up this hill, and there's going to be an archway over here, and I kind of wanted to do that now. So that's what you guys joined into, but welcome in. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you had a lovely stream. I would love to hear what you were doing in Minecraft today. And I'm desperately trying to stay somewhat organized with my building. So I'm trying really hard to keep my shulker boxes somewhat organized as I'm building all of this. Because I don't want this to turn into a Scar situation. If you know, you know. I mean, I respect Scar so much for being able to build with the shulker monster he has right now. I could never. I would be so uneasy with that. Honestly, I should join Storage Wars. That would be a good video for me to make. Also, thank you, Yula. I appreciate it. We've taken our first steps into a Java modded. We're on day 5 of a Forever World, but we'll be at 600 soon. Honestly, it goes really fast. Like, truly, time flies by. I feel like I just started this world yesterday, and it's already almost day 600. But I know I watched it yesterday, Thomas. I watched it yesterday. It was so funny. Yeah. But I also understand it. Like, I understand it. But also, I thought it was funny. But that sounds amazing. Which mods do you have so far, Jem? And which ones do you like the most? Or, like, if you have any that you really like. Fishing crabbing village today. Ooh, that's actually a really cool concept. I don't think I've ever started in a savannah with a world. But I like the idea. Also, I'm quickly going to grab my inspo photo for the archway that I wanted to do. So I have a bit of an idea of what I'm working with here. I think I also want to take a sign. And I didn't take any lanterns, but we're definitely going to need those as well. Let's start with the archway. So the thing is, I think I want the steps to be 3 wide over here. So let's 1, 2, 3. That would mean the archway would go like this. And I think because we're immediately going to work our way upwards, let's make the archway a little tall. So it doesn't look like too small. And weirdly out of proportion. And I think it just goes like this across. So for reference, sorry, I don't know what my voice did there, but for reference, I normally don't do like very one-on-one copies for things. I tend to prefer to like do my own building concepts. However, I saw this arch and I just really like the design. So I also feel weird to then be like, I'm going to come up with something entirely myself if this is actually just something that works really well. So, I don't know. I feel like that makes sense in my brain. I don't know if it does make sense in your brain as well. I do feel like... Yeah, that is correct. I was like, something is not right here, but that's because I literally forgot to add 2 blocks to make sure that this corner feels connected. That feels really off. I guess we're just going to do it like that then. But then it feels awfully symmetrical, which I also don't like. Currently using the nap time mod by Josie's Little Cafe. It has a ton of new animals like whale. Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of this mod, but that sounds really cool. It has botany, so we can make our own teas. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. The tree chopping mod. Listen, I have that mod in this world. I don't always use it. Sometimes I'm in the mood for some tree chopping. But most of the time, I'm in the middle of a build project, and I just want to continue building. I do not want to be bothered in that specific moment with needing to... I think I know what I'm doing wrong here, by the way. With needing to go chop a billion trees. I just want to be able to do that quickly. So I have that mod as well, and it's fantastic. But the other mod that you described sounds really cool. Like I said, I don't think I've ever heard of it. Also, this is dark oak. I need spruce fence gates. Maybe, actually, instead of using spruce, dark oak would look better. Exactly. Especially, oh my God, cutting down spruce trees, let's be real. They're like, I love them because they give you so much wood. It's like a great building resource. But also, yeah, that definitely looks better. My goodness, it takes so much time. Although nothing is as annoying as mangrove trees. Yeah, this looks 100 times better. And then can I add? That's the only downside, I think, is you cannot add hanging signs to... I also realize now that I actually wanted to add some flowered azalea in here. A mangrove, literally, I got the tree chopping mod primarily for mangrove trees. Any other tree, I'm like, I don't even mind as much. But mangrove, listen. Those trees, especially if you try to actually cut them in the biome itself. Okay, maybe we can do this middle one to still be an actual fence. That's still a fence gate row. Maybe you should use the right one. Because then we can actually hang a sign. I want to eventually, like, get a cuter sign design, but... for now, I think that will have to do. Okay, and then we're going to have to get stone stairs. You need something like scaffolding to cut down a mangrove tree. Yes, you do. Whoever said created mangrove trees in Minecraft got a note on their employee file that says psycho probably. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that is how mangrove trees grow in real life as well. So it makes sense, but it is not, like, nonetheless very infuriating. Okay, so what we're gonna need is we need some stone. Actually, I think maybe stone stairs. But let's get some smooth stone as well, so we can add that in there. And I don't chop down mangrove trees IRL either. Fair enough. That is a very good point. Okay, we definitely need... hold on, I need more stone. Because I need to replace the stone under or the grass underneath that, because right now that is bothering me. Also, right now, this archway looks really, like, random and out of place. I promise it is not as random and out of place. It is going to make sense when we add, like, trees and everything around it. Right now, it just feels a little out of place. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go like this. And then we go like this. Okay, and then we're going to have to, like, figure out the path here. I just did the exact same pattern. That's horrible. Okay. Up on the mountain. There we go. Please be more realistic. Not like that. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, that sign is actually bothering me because you walk straight through it. So I guess we're changing that out again. To have this just be like that. And then I guess what we're going to do is have this be... where am I going to add that? Maybe just here. Honestly, that could work too. Yeah, that works. And then you don't have to walk straight through it. To be fair, I kind of want these to be one further back. I think that looks a little bit cleaner because then it's like always 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that actually makes that makes it so even. It's almost a little too satisfying, but for now I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to take it and enjoy it. Okay, let's see. What I then need is more stone, but we're going to need these ones and these ones. And we're also going to need the smooth stone because I want to make the path. Hopefully. Could probably more efficient, but it's fine for my needs. Yeah. I feel like especially if it's a world where you can just like AFK sometimes. Just like do 1 or 2 AFK sessions to like get your initial stock up. Then it's like it's fine. If I know that for example for Girly Pop, we did like a big frog life farm that was working quite slow, and it was a bit annoying because everyone was using a lot of frog lights. But again, I guess if it's just your own world and you're the only person who's going to use them, like one good AFK session at a frog life farm, that's even if it's like a little bit inefficient, is perfectly fine. Okay, we have like now you can actually see that the little pathway also goes here, and we have our archway, which I think looks really cute. We're definitely going to have to add lights and stuff up there to make it like nice. And I want to do like trees and stuff on the side. That's definitely missing right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and we're going to like add this so it become, oh God, I should have thought about that. Yeah, we're going to have to do it like this as well. And then add the stairs back. Yeah, that's going to get slightly annoying, but it's fine. No, that's the wrong block. I do want to figure out how we can do like the sides of this. Maybe I can just go like something like this. Literally just give it a stone border. And then almost maybe like add some sort of a fence on it. Kind of like we've done here. So that it really becomes a separate path. That still feels like it links up to what we are doing here. Yeah, maybe that might be nice actually. Wrong block again, bro. Okay. I also need this. Every single time with this shovel, I take out blocks that I don't mean to take out. I do feel like this needs to be stone then as well. Otherwise, it looks really strange. And then same goes for this one. So then it like properly connects. I feel like that is actually a good idea. And I also feel like these two will probably look a bit better if I change them around. Maybe that one can be smooth as well. There we go. How long have you played on your Minecraft world? In-game days or IRL? That is the same pattern as I did over there. There we go. IRL? Okay, hold on. Let me check. Also, I feel like I need to sneeze. Hold on. Nope. Let me see. Modrinth. So ever since I've had this PC, 14 hours, and I believe from the top of my head, my old PC was like 155 hours. So that would equate to 170 hours at this point. I started playing on this world last year. I think last year, August, honestly. I think at this point I have been playing for a whole year. Obviously not like 24/7. I've taken breaks from playing on this world. But I guess that's like the sort of like the closest estimation I can make. Okay, we need more stone. More stone bricks. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to place a tree or something here because I keep taking this shortcut while realistically we wouldn't want to be able to walk there. Right now it's like sort of fine that we can. But we don't actually want that. Oop. Okay, there we go. Oops. I keep removing too many blocks. It's actually infuriating. But I do like what this is starting to look like. I feel like this pathway is starting to make a lot of sense. I know it's still very unfinished, but like if you arrive from here, like if we come back home from a long journey, it actually feels like that is a place that you would walk to. Especially if we add some trees here on the side, like that is making sense. I also feel like this oak tree here, like these two oak trees have to go because I want to control the trees that are on this hill, and these two are too random for my liking. I feel like I would prefer bigger trees here, honestly. I'm just going to take away all of the trees here. I just realized that I never took away any of the flowers here either. That tree can stay, actually. That tree is actually connected to the farm in a nice way. See, the thing is, I wouldn't mind oak trees if all of them were like this. Like the big oak trees. These ones are really nice. I like them. I would like to have more of those on the hill. These teeny tiny ones that have like, I don't know, 4 logs in it, those are the ones that I don't want on this hill. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like even from the side over here, like this can be lined with quite some trees. Maybe not like too many. It doesn't have to be completely full, but just like trees and flowers. Like this can be a very natural hill. I was like, what is that? That's a chicken. Like a very natural hill, because we're not going to add anything to this. This is going to all stay just natural. And then we're going to have like a really pretty build up here with a really cool sort of backyard build back there. So I feel like we don't have to go overboard, and we kind of have the same here. I feel like this side of the hill, like we can have trees and flowers, just more intentional than we have right now. Right now, it's like it feels like Minecraft random, and it needs to be intentional, but still feel natural. Does that make sense? But then the question is, am I gonna just try and get the oak trees I want, or am I gonna make custom trees? I might try to make custom trees, actually. I also don't know if I want to do the tree part today necessarily. Where were the other sticks? I was about to say I had more sticks. Let's actually put them together. I was gonna get this. Also, I think I might need another break soon because I kind of have to pee. I have literally, I'm not even joking, on top of drinking an iced coffee and a coffee this morning, I'm on my 3rd Stanley of the day. Also, hi Johnny, it's good to see you. But because it's so warm, I've just been chugging my drinks, which I guess is really good, but I continuously need to pee. I'm just like drinking, peeing, and sweating. That's just me. As disgusting as that sound. Love that emote. I know, it is so good. Shella's emotes are really good. Do I want to connect them like this? Maybe. Sometimes when I say maybe, I want to know if you guys have this problem too. When I say maybe, I hear the maybe from Elijah Woods on the like will you wear wigs interview. Maybe, like sort of the eyes squeaked, confused maybe. Like that lives rent free in my brain. I don't know if I like this. I don't. Finally got an air conditioner. Been roughing it out for 12 years, but it's finally gotten so consistently hot that I asked the people I rent from, and they were like, yeah, oh, nice. Let's freaking go. Is it like a built-in one? Exactly. Trying not to laugh, maybe. But like, the funny thing is, 9 out of 10 times when I say maybe and it reminds me of that meme, I'm not even trying to hold in a laugh. It's just the way that I say it, or like the pitch in my natural voice, reminds me of how Elijah Wood says it in that interview. Okay, I do think it looks better if we don't connect them. I also feel like we need to add lights, but I'm trying to figure out where I would add those. Hold on. I have a little bit of a thought. I'm gonna need a stone. I have this with apparently. Okay, you want to hear what I immediately think of? Apparently, I've never been on live television before. That's what I think of when someone says the word apparently. I want to know if that's the meme that you mean. Standing portables. Has a vent hose out of the window. Ah, okay. Yeah, your windows aren't really designed. Same. Okay. That's literally every single time someone says apparently, I hear that meme. It's living rent free in my brain, and I'm not even mad about it. I kind of love it. I kind of love it. I also have this with certain Dutch memes, but like obviously I can't like tell people about those because people don't understand. Same. I'll be like, apparently. I just have to. Also, hi, Haley. It's good to see you. But yeah, 100%. But I have this like with certain Dutch memes as well. And then someone says something and I'm like, oh, that reminds me so strongly of a Dutch meme that I can't tell you about because you won't know it or won't understand. And I've had this struggle with Amber like multiple times. Literally, cheese, kaas. Ik wil ook kaas. Ik ben een klant. Ik ben ook een klant. Ik wil kaas. Literally every single fucking time. €5 op je mail. Gauw. See? Another one. It's truly just endless. Maybe I just do 2 stone up here, honestly. Because these iron ones feel too random. But I also have it with the word diadeem. Er staat een hele stellage. I just have to say it like that. To my own, like, annoyance, I have to say it like that. My husband is anti-care. I saw someone lose their groceries from their truck. And I want to say, my verf! Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one only a couple of times, but it's like, there's just too many good memes. Too many good Dutch memes. But like, I literally had this with the cheese one. I was hanging out with Amber, and she said something about cheese, and I literally go, ik ben ook een klant, ik wil kaas. And Amber looks at me like, what the fuck did you just say? And I'm like, I know that the Netherlands and Belgium is like not the same country, but what do you mean you don't know internet gekkies? Ooh, damn. That is a good deal, Johnny. I love that for you, Slay. We love a good deal. A good deal is always very, especially for stuff like that, where you've already made the decision you want to buy it anyways, right? So then getting a good deal is just even nicer. Also, I have a feeling like it might be cool to like add a couple of these. To just kind of add a little bit of life to the stairs. I actually think I like that. Maybe I can even like add some here in the front. Yeah, that's nice. I think it's so funny sometimes. Yeah, to be fair, Rotterdam, people from Rotterdam are good at memes. Exactly, Johnny. Like, that's the best situation you can have, right? Okay, so then what we have is, I think I want to add some lanterns on this walkway. On the side. So we're going to have to go get lanterns because I have them in my storage room, I think, but I don't think I actually took them. So let's put away this stuff. Yeah, let's go. Also, we have ads in 5 minutes. I was figuring I'm going to go to the bathroom when the ads run. I'll just take literally like an extra stream break, but then you guys don't actually miss anything. Want to get an AC before next summer? Yeah, that is super fair. I've thought about it, but then I keep realizing that I wouldn't have much use for an AC for the simple reason that I live in a house where we don't close doors because of our cats. So, yeah. Also, I think I'm going to make a couple of extra lanterns because we're definitely going to need them. And for an AC to properly work, you do have to, or you have to just accept that you're like cooling your entire house. But that would feel unnecessary as well. That mobile split AC thing can cool my whole house. Also across floors. Because, like, honestly, if that's the case, that sounds great, but I don't know. I feel like the airflow in our house is already a little bit poor, so I don't know. I wouldn't trust an AC to cool all of that. It's downstairs, so not across floors, but if it was upstairs, yes. Wait, why would it make a difference? If it was upstairs, why would it be able to cool downstairs? Because that's our problem. Like, we also don't close doors between downstairs and upstairs. Hot air moves up. Yeah, I know, but it's still very warm downstairs. Even though hot air moves up. Even if we, like, cooled upstairs, downstairs would still be warm. But yeah, I also personally, I think I would enjoy the fact that it would be cold, but I don't think I would enjoy the fact that I would have, like, I already have, like, issues with throat ache. So that's the part that I'm a little worried about, is the fact that I think, like, my eyes would get dry, my allergies would get worse. But if the AC is upstairs, the hot air goes to the AC level. Fair enough. Good point. I hate how it's, like, not continuous. Hold on, because there's, like, that starts on number 2, so this one would have to start down here. Hold on, I have a better idea. I'm gonna switch them the sides. So this goes here, and then this one goes here. And then this one goes here. Street lanterns, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's like a bit of a wacky design, but I kind of like it. I kind of like how they turned out. I need that wood. So I can do a second thingy. Dark oak fence. And then we can hang one light. Such a cool harbor vibe. That's exactly what I was going for. So I love that you're saying that. Like, we can do one here, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up. And there's, like, the same distance in between all of them. And then, like I said, I'm not going to work on anything up here. I don't know if I'll do all the trees, but I might. I feel like if we're going to do... I'm trying to figure out how to do the transition here. This is something that has been, like, bugging me all this time. That even if we're going to have trees on this hill, I feel like we need a transition. I also just realized we need some stones here. And I have a couple of options that I feel like could work for that transition. And I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll add leaves with shelves around it. So it almost looks like there's a big planter box all the way around. I don't know if that will get too much, but I have an idea that it could work. Because I feel like that's what you would also see IRL, right? Like, they'll probably just have, like, a hedge or something. So I'm thinking that might be what I want to do. I'm just going to test it to see if I actually like it. And then I also needed regular stone to fix this corner because I don't know why. Messed that up. But we can go like this. And then I'm just going to start it over here and see what it will look like. The thing is, we're going around corners, which means that I won't be able to, like, add the shelves properly everywhere. That's, I think, the part that worries me a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to like that. But we'll see. Also, hi, Rosa. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I am doing good today. How are you? I hope you're doing good as well. Let's just connect it up here as well. I think we're going to have to do an archway here, too, to kind of mark the separation of that area as well. Until I got it. Wait, but the price was absolutely killer. And yes. It sounds like you got a really good deal. Okay, here we are already running into trouble because this is technically right up against it. But oh, we have ads running. That means that I'm gonna go take a really quick pee break. So I'll be right back, okay? Take a quick 5-minute break. Make sure to also stretch and hydrate. Hello, I'm back. And the ad should be over now. Hey guys, I have a fun quest for you. Um, this is a very specific quest, though. Not everyone might be able to participate because I know that a lot of you guys hanging out here are already following me on Instagram. So I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's possible, but if you guys are hanging out here and you're not following me on Instagram yet, I am only 18 follows away from 9,000. Obviously, don't follow me to help me reach that number and then not interested in my content, you know? Oh, sorry, the content is Insta. There we go. But if you enjoy posts about being a content creator, you enjoy getting like little sneak peeks into the behind the scenes of my job, or you enjoy content about cozy games, and specifically like recommendations or little like lists of the best games to check out on a sale or stuff like that. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Or you want to see my stories where I mostly post about like a bit more private stuff, like I don't know, like which books I've bought recently, or like something I'm doing in the weekend or something like that. That's perfect. Following now. Yeah, does it sound like your cup of tea, Thomas? But yeah, if you guys want to help, if you're not following me just yet, I am really close. Now only 15 away. My goal of this entire year is 10,000. So I'm like, the fact that we're in August and already like really close to that is kind of insane to me. I started the year with almost 3,000. I had like, I think 2,900, something like that. And this year, one of the goals that I had was to truly start treating Instagram as a content platform instead of just I don't know, like a place for random shit posts, I guess. Also, Mango, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month. Thank you so much for wanting to subscribe. Also, how do we feel about this? About the shelves and it being not continuous, not around every corner. I like to read about being a content creator, but I do not want to put in the work myself. So following someone along fits me perfectly. Exactly. Okay, but how do we feel about this? Do we like it? Do we hate it? Because I feel like I could also go for a different approach. Yeah, but you can't do that in Minecraft, Christopher. It can't go around the corners because this block cannot occupy the same space. So it would look nicer, but that's simply not an option. So the question is not necessarily if it would look nicer. It is, does this look nice enough to keep it? Bushy leaves make it look less great, but I still love it. You think it? Yeah, it kind of pokes through a little bit. That is a good point. I mean, we can also just see what it looks like without the shelves. Just as that. Maybe actually that is also just fine. Maybe I'm overthinking it, and that is also just perfectly fine. I do feel like this one here would probably look better if it was one with the flowers. Because here we also don't have fencing around it. Yeah, maybe that's actually just fine. You know, it could be really cool. Okay, that would definitely require custom trees, though, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, by the way. I'm not, like, against adding custom trees. What if we do, like, especially on this corner over here? I feel like if there was, like, a tree that had its roots kind of going down, and then it would be, like, a big, almost like a wispy willow, but with cherry leaves. This is very much okay, I'm gonna see if I can find shopping district Hermitcraft season 11. They're Scar made trees that I think would be so, like, obviously I'm not even close. No, I'm not even gonna pretend I'm Scar level of making custom trees because that guy's a magician when it comes to custom trees. Like, I legit don't even know how his brain cooks up these things. But I'm gonna show you guys something like this, like a big tree that has that's like overhanging as well. Like, I don't think it would be exactly this big, and I also don't know if I would go for a gray stem. I don't know if that would fit because the area that we're working on in Minecraft is really warm. But I think something like a bigger sakura tree that's almost like overhang, I think would look really cool. I can totally see that fitting like right here. Because especially if we're walking up here, from this angle, I wouldn't mind if we cannot see the library building too much. Like, if that tree is almost like blocking our view, and that's just what you see, and then we can have some like hanging lanterns in it as well. So that if we're walking here and we're like on the market square, like what we see is a big tree back there and not necessarily a building. Because then also it's going to be, I don't know, it feels like it's going to be extra satisfying if you then come around this way and you realize that there's actually a way up that goes to the building. And then if you're up here, you also don't look down. You would just have a big tree here. I feel like it would almost compartmentalize everything that we're doing a little bit. Right? The color would be perfect. That's what I'm thinking as well. Like, it would be a pop of pink in a world where a lot of things are green with like little pink details already. So I think that might be a because building a custom tree like that can literally just take an entire stream. We do have the materials for it. I don't think I have to go get anything. I might have to go get some more cherry leaves, but we literally live across a cherry forest, so I don't think that's a problem. I might actually just use the cherry wood instead of using the pale oak as Scar used, because I don't know if I like the color combo, but I don't know if I like it in this particular area. And then I might just use bone meal to add like grass back. Maybe not flowers, but just grass on this hill to make it look a little bit more overgrown. I think here we're going to need another archway. But I am liking this vibe of going around like so. That is not supposed to be stone. That is supposed to be dirt. That is not the right dirt. Hold on. There we go. Grass. And I have a feeling like the other way around, that is supposed to be stone. So we just fix it quickly. But I do think I like having this all around the border. Because we kind of have a similar issue here, right? Where this is going to stay like just a natural hill. And up here, we're going to do, I think, a very similar pathing to what we've done back there, maybe. I just have to figure out what I want to do with this part on the side here, but maybe we can also just do custom trees. I feel like big custom trees to frame everything could actually just be the solution that I'm looking for. Maybe I'm just overcomplicating it, and because I'm like not sure if I'll like the custom tree idea. Because maybe I'm just scared to build custom trees. Maybe that's my problem. But also I wanted to do, hold on. I wanted to do some details. Let's actually, instead of start working on the archway there, I wanted to add some smaller details around this. And one of the things is I wanted to add benches and tables, because I think that's actually going to be really cute. Just going to clean this out really quickly. For benches and tables, the question is, what do I want to use? I was actually thinking mangrove, because our roof here is mangrove, and I feel like it would be kind of cool to bring that darker red back down to the ground here. Also because it's a contrasting color to anything we've used. Like the more popping red, I think is nice. I have mangrove trapdoors. I have shells, but not a lot. So maybe I can actually make more out of the already stripped logs. Hold on. I was so lost in my own storage room for a second. Okay, so we have a bunch of that. I have the trapdoors. I kind of need some fencing as well, I think. Yeah, let's see if I can work with this. And then let's actually see, because I wanted to add a little table, or like little tables actually. Hey, rude. Oh, we're gonna do that again. Oh, it's 2 of them. I didn't actually hit it. Come at me, bro. Oh, come on. That was embarrassing. I was like, come at me, bro. And then I fucked it up. They're going to burn really soon. I kind of hope that I would be able to pick up some phantom membrane. It's nice to have that for potion. Why are you not burning? Okay, so you harassed me for no reason. I literally got nothing out of that. Thank you for the uptime reminder. That's actually a really good shout. I want to do some like a little well or something back here. So do I want to add a table there? I actually don't know. I actually feel like I placed them so much along the side that now they're kind of doing the opposite of what I wanted. Because I wanted them to fill this empty space. Yeah, if they release something, you'll see it fall. Or even if you miss it, you should be able to, like, pick it up. I'm almost tempted to do, instead of, like, these smaller tables, to go for, like, one bigger table. Hi, Timbo. Welcome in. Oh. Yeah, that's horrible. That really does not work. Okay, so we're going separate ones or a different wood type, I guess. Let's go, Timbo. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, I don't mind the separate ones. I just feel like the way that I placed them earlier wasn't really what I wanted. And also, this is a shelf, which means that I can't really put, or a shelf. This is a trapdoor, which means I can't put anything on top of it. Which is unfortunate because I would have loved to put like a little flower or something, like a flower pot on top of it. I don't know. I'll have to see if I actually like this. And then I said I wanted to do a well here. So let's not do anything else. What I wanted to do here was a little bench. Do I like the placement of that? I don't know. It's too close. I'm gonna have to, I don't have to, but I want to move it over. One to this side, I think. Yeah, that feels a little bit more natural. I'm actually not sure about the red. I think that's what's throwing me off. I don't think I like it. Or at least, I think that's my struggle. I like the red, but not if it's entirely red. So I think let me grab my spruce shelves and my dark oak shelves as well. Because maybe the seating can be red. I think that's cool. Now I think it's too close, but then what if the rest of the bench is actually not red? Do I like that one better or do I like the dark one better? I just feel like I always go for dark oak with all of my shelves, but I like it better. I don't like the spruce shelves with Mizunos. I like the warmth in the dark oak. And then we can add like maybe a, I don't know, a lantern or something right next to it. We can add like a more, maybe we can do like a more fancy plant over here to make sure that you're not enticed to like walk in between this. Or you know what could be really nice? Hold on, I just had an idea. I have a plan. Believe it or not, I have a plan. I think moss would work for this. Yeah, I think that could work. Okay, hold on. Oh, we only have 2 white oak planks, but now I'm like thinking, I don't know if I want to go for white oak actually. It might contrast nicely though. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because I want to do like a planter box in between this so that we can have some flowers. And then I think I'm going to remove these because I feel like they are a little bit busy. I mean, I don't mind them in some spots, but I feel like in that particular spot, I think it will look cooler if we have a planter box. Maybe here the spruce actually works? I think maybe it might. It looks a bit more rustic, which is why I don't like it on the benches. Yeah, that works for sure. And then we can do... Let's see. I was thinking maybe we could do like a crimson root. I don't know if this is possible. I don't know if it's going to work what I want to do right now, but I have a vision. I don't think I knew that you could... I mean, we can get more crimson later, but... That was weird. It placed, like, in the crimson root. Okay, that doesn't really work. I was thinking maybe it could look like a dead bush. You know, when you use a dead bush as a branch for a tree. We don't have any dead bushes. I think. I might want to go get that, though. I don't very often make an exception to go get something, but I feel like a dead bush could actually look really cool. As a little tree branch. And we could just fly to a desert. It's not that far away. I'm running out of space. Also, Mastermind, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is good to see you. Yeah, I'm definitely running out of space. I'm trying to just keep my blocks a little organized for as much as I can. I just grabbed a bunch of mangrove wood additionally, so now my inventory is fuller. My eye is getting dry for my fan, but like only my right eye. Thank you for the self-care check. I appreciate it. Okay, before I fly that way, I wanted to use these ones. Okay. How do I just place one of these? Is the only way to do it to go like this, because that is so slow. Not what I wanted to place. Here's a flower box with some steak decoration. I placed the wrong ones again, didn't I? Oh, shit. Wait, where's my entire stack? There. Confusing as hell. Mostly slow. But I do think that looks really cute. It's like such a small detail, but... I don't know. I feel like, especially because we have these pink ones here, it just adds a little bit of continuity. That's the word I was trying to say, which apparently was very difficult. Okay, I literally have too little. Infuriating much? Okay, I'm gonna grab my ender chest before we go, though, because if I run out of rockets on the way, that'd be really frustrating. But I think if we go to a desert, which we have one right here, pretty big one as well, I think we should quite easily be able to find... Oh, we actually have here as well. Wait, you can find a lot of dead bushes in eroded badlands, right? And otherwise there's desert here as well. Maybe we don't fly across the ocean, but we just... I don't think we've on stream ever been that way. Ooh, thank you for the uptime reminder. I will still go get dead bushes because now I'm invested in this little trip. I just kind of want to sleep before we go. Because otherwise I'm going to travel and immediately sleep when we get there. But it's like there's 45 minutes before the world goes to sleep, so to say. I am not vibing with these tables. They have to, I think maybe I'm going to go for white or still like some other wood type, but I placed them. I was like, I'll come back to it. And I came back to it and I realized I'm not vibing with the tables. I'll come up with another design, but those tables were not it. But I am happy though. We are making good progress. Sorry, I'm just taking like random screenshots quickly because I realized I could use that for the thumbnails. And considering, where did I just pick that up? All of a sudden is like, here is another mangrove trapdoor that you didn't know you needed. I just realized it could be actually nice to have some screenshots that I can use as the thumbnail. For this particular episode on YouTube. Okay, let's sleep and then let's go to the eroded badlands and get some. I think you can pick up the dead bushes with Silk Touch. That's an assumption. So we're gonna test my assumption, I guess. We need to go that way. I'm just gonna go really high up because then I think we can just fly for like a while to get there. This is not that far, as you can see. Oh, as you can see, it's already right there. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of what I need right here. Actually, I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Wait, do I need shears? I need shears, don't I? Do I have shears? I do. Thank God. What a day to be. I should probably also just put a whole bunch of extra iron in this chest. Because then I can just make that stuff anytime I need it. Because now I'm like stressed for nothing. Oh. I need shears. Okay. I actually don't know if this is what I mean. I think this is what I mean. I don't know. I don't know if this is what I mean. I think this is what I mean, but I don't know if this is what I mean. Route road. That's great English. Short dry grass. Also kind of cool. I'm just going to get a bunch now that I'm here anyways. But why do I feel like there is one that looks more like a stick? This kind of looks like a dead bush. Exactly like a dead bush. But like, why do I feel like there's one... Do you guys know what I mean? Does anyone know which one I mean? Or am I making things up? Does that simply not exist? Does a dead bush look very different in vanilla Minecraft? Is that what is throwing me off? Because that could be the reason. That I'm like thinking that I know something and then actually... You know what I mean? Okay, so, but do you think it's because it looks different in vanilla? Sorry. What's the architectural name? A dead bush. This is a dead bush. I don't know. Sorry, I just got a froggy in my throat. I'm gonna look up if this is what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. It just looks very different with Mizuno's. Because the dead bush in vanilla Minecraft is more stick-like. I mean, now that I'm here, I might as well get some of this short dead grass as well. Or dry grass, not dead grass. But that's unfortunate because I actually really like the way it looks in vanilla Minecraft. Doesn't happen very often. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think when it comes to the Badlands and like terracotta, I also prefer terracotta in vanilla. So I think when it comes down to Mizuno's, I don't like what Mizuno's does with the warmer biomes. Right? The dead bush looks more like dried grass. That's what I was thinking. That's why for a second I was like a little bit confused whether this was what I was looking for. I am realizing that I think I have something in one of my chests, which is like a bush, which I didn't even know was a thing, but apparently was added like recently. But let me actually take some normal grass as well, just so that I might be able to. I mean, obviously we can bone meal that, but I guess we can maybe use this in the planter box as well. But like a proper bush. I don't know if this is new in Minecraft, if it's always been there, and I just don't know. But it's actually really nice. Okay, I think with this we are good to go back at least. Okay, do you guys want to do something? Oh crap, I don't have a brush. Do you have to have a brush to find the sniffer egg? Question mark. You need a brush. Fuck. Also, sandstone and granite actually connects really prettily. Look at the connective texture on that. That looks gorgeous. What does one need to make a brush? I don't even have the recipe yet. I don't think I know. I really want to have a sniffer egg because I really want the sniffer flowers. And I, for the past few weeks, have been containing myself to not go on a side quest. Copper, feather, and a stick. I've been containing myself to not go on a side quest to find a sniffer egg. But now that I see that we literally have one of those temples, like, basically at our doorstep. Do we want to get a little bit distracted right now? Like, for the last little bit of stream, do we want to get distracted for just, like, I don't know, 10 minutes? See if we can get one. I've never done this, okay? So I actually don't even know what to do. So you guys might have to help me a little bit with figuring out how to do this. Okay, we're getting to a point. Hold on. I need my last shulker box to dump more shit in because okay, let's do the two things that I earlier said I wanted to do as well before I forget. We're gonna put this back in here. Then we're gonna put this back in here. Let's pick it back up. And then we're gonna find some iron and add it to our ender chest. Because I think, honestly, the sniffer egg the sniffer flowers would look really good in here as well. In terms of, like, adding a pop of color. Like, also because the sniffer flowers are blue. And that's a color that we don't have as much if you're looking this way. So I think they would pop really nicely. And now I'm, like, I don't know, kind of invested in actually getting them. Like I said, I've truly been trying to keep myself from going there. Or not even going there, but like going to find one of those things. But now that we literally see one and we fly past, it's just dumb to not to. Okay, so we're gonna get copper, feather, and a stick. Stick. Feather, I think, is upstairs. I wonder how I have not unlocked the recipe then. Because I have all of these things, no? I have all these things. For some reason, the recipe just didn't show up. Frog Life Farm is finally done. I needed to fix one last thing that took a while, but now it's done. Yay! You did it without a tutorial. Okay, listen. I mean, I was already impressed by the fact that you just built a Frog Life Farm. But doing it without a tutorial is even more impressive. Let's freaking go. Okay, let's put those sticks back. And then I should probably, now that I'm here, get some rockets because I'm running out. There we go. I don't have a... Do I have a bed in my ender chest? Because I'm now realizing that we will probably be out there while it's nighttime. Yeah. Let's just take that to be sure. Let's fly back then. Skip through a few tutorials and then troubleshoot it. I find that very impressive. Okay, it was somewhere over here, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm also slightly tempted to just plop my bed down here and put my spawn point just so that if I die, I won't lose my stuff, but then I at least don't have to, like, walk all the way back. And there is already a part of the temple here. Does that mean we can find part of the... That's suspicious sand. That's not how you do it. I don't want to talk about that. Can I just Control Z that, please? Oh, you do it like that. Okay. I tried to right click. Apparently it's left click. You live and you learn. Imagine if that was the sniffer egg. There's suspicious sand. I see it. No, that's just an emerald. I mean, also nice, but not what I wanted. Also, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back up to sleep. Because I can't see shit. Ow. And I don't like it. It gets so dark underwater already. I don't want to deal with that. If I'm trying to find the suspicious sand. Okay, there's more of the temple back there. I will also just break the magma block so we don't have the stupid bubbles that we have to deal with. Can the suspicious sand be like underneath sand? Like, do we need to dig? Is it useful to dig? Because I actually don't know. Okay, we're gonna drown. Let's actually gather our breath and then try the next temple. I see more suspicious. Pretty sure it can be buried a little. Okay. A wooden hoe. Well, thank you very much. That was useless. I'll take this anyways, even though that I don't really need it. I mean, I would also be happy with a pottery shard because, yeah. Angler pottery shard. I've never used them though, so... But please give me a sniffer egg. I want a sniffer egg so badly. Oh my god, that's a drowned, isn't it? Yep. You jump scare me. Like, it's not even that I'm scared of them properly, it's just they jump scare me, and I hate that. I hate being jump scared so much. A golden nugget. Okay. Okay, but if they can be buried a little bit, let's just do a little bit of digging around here. The thing is, we have to be a little bit careful with the digging because obviously we could be accidentally digging up the suspicious sand as well. I have to keep that in mind. I just realized that I didn't think about that initially. Ooh, I see another one. That's a diamond, I think. No, that's another emerald. Yeah. Okay, come on. Okay, we are gonna drown. Let's go up. I really want the sniffer egg. I don't know how common the sniffer egg is, like how realistic it is to find it quickly. I don't think I see it here. I was really hoping to just get like insanely lucky and basically get a sniffer egg straight away. Which is not very realistic, I guess. I was just hoping that I would like sometimes that happens, that jump scares me too. Ooh, that's suspicious sand. That's another pottery shard. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, let's not drown. I mean, there's a little bit more of the temple there, I think, so we can go check that out. Yeah, there's more suspicious sand here. Oh, we got the same pottery shard again. So I think there's a drown somewhere around here. Don't know where, but I thought I heard like a gurgling sound. Let's see if we can find some more. I don't know how much suspicious sand to like look out for. I'm so sad I fucked that one up that was up there because I don't know why, but my gut feeling is like, watch that be a sniffer egg, you know? But this might actually be it. But this was definitely not as scary. Oh, wait, there's another part here. Hold on, I missed that. This was not as scary as I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought this would be really scary. Is there more suspicious sand here? Yes. I got it! I got it! I got it! I got it! We got a sniffer egg! Yay! Let's freaking go. Now the question is, do you need multiple sniffers to breed them? I think so, right? Because that means that technically we would have to go find one. We can already have this sniffer egg like grow up, but then we would have to go find a second one. Also, I don't know why I'm picking up the sand. It's like completely irrelevant, but I'm like not wasting any resources. I can't believe we got it though. Let's freaking go. Okay, I want to go back just to make sure that like to see if that part didn't have a second bit of suspicious sand anywhere around it. Yes. No. Yes. I swear to God, my luck today? What the fuck? I literally was like, let me just double take if there's not another suspicious sand there. And it's a second sniffer egg. What do you actually mean that's crazy. I was like, let me just do a double take. Finds a second sniffer egg. My life today, actually, what is this? Okay. Listen. I'm really happy we did that. That was an interesting detour. Now we're just gonna have to find a little spot on the island where we can, like, maybe something back here or something. Like, we already have a little opening. We're gonna have a little sniffer farm and then they can go find the flowers. I've never had sniffers before in Minecraft. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look up how to do that because I kind of want to get them going. Sniffer Minecraft how to hatch. To hatch a sniffer egg in Minecraft, place it down as a block and wait for it to crack twice. It hatches in 10 minutes on moss blocks and 20 on any other block. You can find eggs in warm ocean ruins and by breeding adult sniffers. Okay, so now that we have to, we should be able to breed them. Place the egg right, click to place on the ground anywhere in the world. Use moss for speed. Wait for cracks. The egg will... And then a baby sniffer will pop out. Okay, so hold on. Very important. Moss blocks, hold on. Because we have those. So we might as well. Because you bet your ass that we're going to place them down. And wait for them to hatch. And then I think once they're hatched, that's going to be the end of stream for today. But I don't care. I am now so invested in this particular side quest that we are just going to do it. Also... Oh. I thought I had 2 dirt, and then I had 1. That was awkward. Okay, hold on. Luckily, there's dirt all around. I just wanted to close this up. I guess we're getting more dirt from the side here. Just a random little bit of terraforming. Not that I'm going to place the thing all the way to here, but there we go. Okay, I guess we're gonna... Oop. Then we should get a little bit of carpet to go around this. We're gonna eventually build them like a nice enclosure, okay? This is gonna be just temporary so we can get them going on the flowers. Okay, we'll do a moss block here. And a moss block here. Sniffer eggs. Hee hee. Oh my god. Do they always look like this? Okay, so 10 minutes. That is 29. I think it's not 10 in-game minutes. I think it's actual minutes. They're huge. Yeah, I don't think they're actually that huge. I think that's Mizuno's. Ooh, thank you, Hollow. Brilliant idea. Okay, so in the meantime, we're going to get some carpet so we can actually go in and out of that particular spot. We can just... Let's get red, because I feel like sniffers remind me of red. Where is red? Here. Surely I have a crafting table somewhere over here. I guess not. I should really start adding crafting tables in logical places. I know there's a... It does look like a Christmas present. I agree. There is a crafting table here. Yet another thing, by the way, I'm going to have to fix sometime soon is my honey farm. This one is not working. This side. This side is. They're set up the exact same way. I don't know why one is working and one is not. It's a complete mystery to me. Okay, now we can hop in and out. I'm gonna add these on here so we are 100% sure that this is properly lit up. A baby sniffer is called a snifflet. Stop. That's actually adorable. Okay, in the meantime, while we wait for this, let me actually clean up my stuff. Walk the wrong way, but that's okay. I can just go like this. We're also gonna have to add like decor and stuff on that I just walked through, like that part. I want to add like a little picnic spot and maybe like a wagon or a cart or something. Okay, my inventory is really full of crap at this point. I can add these to this. I actually don't know how to use the pottery shards, but like I said, I would love to learn that because I think it would be really fun to have some, because what you can do with the pottery shards is you can actually put patterns on your on like the bigger clay pots, and they look so cute. There's one that has like a heart, and I really want to get that one. Now I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put the pottery shards. I don't know if it's worth it to make an entire chest for them. But for now, I might just do that right over here. And then if eventually I run out of space, I might just get rid of it. I love how I put tropical fish and nautilus shell with the armadillos in here. I think what I meant with this chest is just like random mob drops. But now that I look at it, that is very random. Okay, sand and dirt is downstairs. I have this over here. I have gold over here. I mean, am I gonna keep that wooden hoe? Probably for now. That can go to my farm. That needs to go to my chest. We got a buried treasure map. I could have looked at that and we could have go and try to find the treasure, but right now I don't really know what to do with it. So I think I'll just put it in here. The thing is, this treasure technically is really close to our house, so we can just use it and come back to it at a time. I just don't want to do that today because we've already done one side quest. And I don't have time for another because tomorrow I will be streaming again. We're doing co-working and The Sims. We're going to continue our Not So Berry challenge tomorrow, if you've been following that one. We did a big storytelling session last week, and I think we're going to do another big storytelling session tomorrow. I feel like we have quite some milestones in the Orange Gen, and we have a really cool plan for what to do with the next generation. So, yeah, I think if you enjoy some good storytelling, tomorrow's stream would be fun. Flowers. Been there, forgot a lot. Okay, so main sim is a criminal, is gonna have kids. First gonna meet find out that Dr. Joseph is her real father, then find out she has a twin brother, then have that lead to feeling comfortable enough to potentially start dating and have kids. Then have kids, then lose job, or not even lose job, get arrested because you're a criminal, go to jail, miss out on your children's lives, and that's why your children are going to grow up in poverty. That's what... Ooh, 5 minutes remaining. Okay. So that's like the backstory that we're building. It's a mess. It is messy. But really, like, good storytelling, I would say. Like, it's interesting. It's not perfect. Also, I'm just going to drop this in here. Let's see. How are we doing here? Oh, this is working very nice. I'm so happy I set up that farm. Right? Messy Sims is the best kind of Sims. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with... Ooh, yes. With this... nothing. Oh, with the tree. I did do something with the tree. It's basically updated until last stream. So, like, only last stream is not involved in the tree. I'm pretty happy with the progress we made. I definitely feel like I originally said we would probably need about, like, 3 streams. Like, last week I said 3 streams to finish the town square. I think that is still realistic. I mean, we still want to add stuff to the docks and stuff as well. The thing is, I think it's going to be 4 streams if we include the big custom tree that I want to do. But now I'm, like, really motivated to do that. But that's just such a big project. Like, a big custom tree like that, I think genuinely could take me the entire stream. Maybe like most of the stream, not entirely, but I have a feeling. Also, I'm gonna snooze the ads because once the sniffers are hatched, we are gonna wrap up stream, and I don't want to have ads in like the last 5 minutes of stream. But yeah, I actually think, you know what we can do while we're here, while we're waiting, because we have like about 4 minutes left or something. I think we can get some wheat here. We can go feed our cows. Shouldn't be holding this if we do this, otherwise it's gonna mess it up. But yeah, I think I was aiming for 3 more streams, but if we do a big custom tree, which I think would be a really cool project to do because I've never done it before, like a big tree like that. Like I said, I think the main reason it's going to take me a whole stream is because I've never done it before. I think if at one point I feel way more experienced and like comfortable doing big custom trees, it's probably not going to take me an entire stream to do that, but I don't know. I feel like now I'm very much still learning the skill. Also, we are absolutely being very nice to our cows. We're not killing them. This is completely normal. These cows are very happy. They're just being fed. Oh, apparently I hadn't done all of them in this one. Okay, 2 minutes remaining, which I think is perfect timing to go walk back and stare at the eggs. Yeah, exactly. Do you see those hearts? They're very happy. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. We see cracks. Oh my god. I'm happy that we put them on moss. It's nice that that speeds it up. Okay, I'm just literally going to sit here and stare at them until they hatch. Because this is super fun. Like, I've never seen this in the game, ever. Like, I've seen people have sniffers, but I've never seen sniffer eggs hatch. I still can't believe we got 2. I'm legit, like, my luck today is insane. $60 seconds remaining, which means that I think in the coming 60 seconds they're going to hatch because we set the timer a little bit after I actually placed them. What a moment. I know. The sun rising as well. Isn't this cinematic? Oh. I can't wait for them to hatch. I'm actually so excited. I'm like intensely staring at 2 blocks in Minecraft. But this is we're gonna be parents, okay, chat? 15 seconds? Okay, actually, maybe, Hollow, you were really close with putting that timer. I mean, I see the cracks, so... Timer's up. Okay, so technically it's been 10 minutes. It hatched! Look at them! They're so silly. They are so silly. What the heck? Like, look at their nose. It's just... I don't think I've ever seen animals as silly as this. I wonder how to breed them. Sniffer Minecraft, how to breed. Feed a torchflower seed to 2 adult sniffers. Okay, so these are, the growing time is like 40 minutes. So we'll just have to wait, for them to grow up. And then they'll start searching for torch flowers. And then they find the flowers and then you can turn that into seeds and then you can feed it to them. Oh my god, look at what they look like on the map. They look like MCC crowns. But they are so silly. I love them so much. I'm so happy we got 2 sniffers. I think that means that next stream, we're just going to let them grow up and try to breed them. I think that whole yellow thing is their nose, yeah. I smell blocks. They do too. They do too. But I'm very happy we got them. We can let them grow up. And then eventually we're going to, like I said, we're going to build them a proper sniffer sanctuary. But I haven't fully figured out where I want to do that. I do feel like it would be fitting if it's back there because we have all of our other animals here as well. Yeah, they take like 40 minutes to grow up. As in when I hover over it, the UI mod thingy tells me 40 minutes. And that's like 40 IRL minutes, not 40 in-game minutes. So that would be a while. But next stream, we can basically just continue decorating. And then when they're grown up, probably like halfway into the, like right around the break time, we can breed them, hopefully. Well, when they grow up, they'll obviously, we'll have to wait for the torch flowers. But I think within one stream, they'll probably find one. Let's at least keep our fingers crossed. And then we can start breeding them because the more we have, obviously, the quicker they'll start finding the flowers, because I think the flowers are so pretty and I would love to add them at like to the market square here into this flower box. I think that's actually perfect. But yeah, I think with that, I'm going to wrap it up here for today. I feel like we made a lot of progress and at the same time, we didn't make a lot of progress. But detailing always takes so much more time than I anticipate. It's like ridiculous. I always feel like, oh, surely I can do that in a couple of hours. And then no, it actually takes many, many hours to do all the details. But the details are what really bring the world to life. So I think it is worth it. But I'm so happy we got sniffers. Actually, like genuinely, truly a little bit shocked that we got 2 sniffer eggs from that one ocean monument. The pure luck is ridiculous. Seeing this color and variety is an attack on my senses. I mean, I've never played beta, so I don't have that problem, luckily. Okay, let's see where we're gonna go for today. Let's see who all is live. I have an idea of where we can go. I'm just gonna double check. It seems like they'll be live for a while. How do you guys feel about going to see my name twin? They're also playing Minecraft right now. They're doing actually like a big subathon event. And it seems like they're building something with, what is that mod called? Like the cool mod, the one where you can do the schematics and stuff. So if you want to see some really cool building, honestly, this is the Queen of Castles that we're talking about. And she's lovely. Like Matica, thank you. That's the one that I was looking for. My brain could not fathom the name for a second, but I think she's playing on the flight. I'm not entirely sure though. It looks like the menu looks like it's the flight, but I'm not 100% sure if she's actually building on the flight. But yeah, if you guys want to come along, I think this is going to be a really fun place to raid into. If you guys are not part of the Discord yet, feel free to join. It's where you can find my schedule. It is where you can also find all the information about our community Minecraft server, where very soon we're going to have a brand new event. And there's an event wrapping up right now, so that is actually really cool. So feel free to check all of that out. You can also check out my socials. I actually did a cool Instagram post today. And let me check. How close are we? Because I gave you an assignment earlier. We are 13 followers away from 9,000 on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on my Instagram and you want to help me reach a big milestone, that's just 13 people. I feel like you guys can do it. Also, if you want to check out any of my other content on either of my YouTube channels, feel free to check. No, you didn't fail. You're just still working on it. It's work in progress. Not everything goes fast. But yeah, we're going to go say hi to Ross. So if you want to come along on this raid, feel free to copy or paste. No, not copy or paste. You're going to have to copy pasta, one of the raid messages. We have ones with emotes if you're sub to the channel, and then we have ones with regular emojis if you're not sub to the channel. And then I'll set up that raid once we're on the end screen. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow with co-working during the day and gaming in the evening. So if you want to come hang out for that, you're very welcome. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely rest of your time zone. Bye-bye.